on this, but I'm muted on this. There we go. I am muted. What's up, boys? How the bloody hell are we? What's good? What's good? What's good? How are you, Justin Kennedy? Good to see you, man. What's up, Jimbo? How are you, Capatheist? I was saying well done on being early, Capatheist. You usually jump in a little bit later, but it's good to see you, man. Over here. Beautiful stuff. Put that there. Oh, wonderful. Volume, I know. I'm turning it down. Relax. How are you, Justin Kennedy? Gene, the Lord Silva is Ben the Dark Lord Rothwell's illegitimate child, and this channel will respect him as much. I don't know about the Ben Rothwell comparison there, Nacho, but I like where your head's at. I don't know if but this is the thing, Nacho. I'm not a Gene Silva fan. I just think he's going to win. But I don't like the bloke. I don't want him to win. I just think he's going to win. How are you, Wixon? What's up, mate? Bark for me? No, I'm not that much of a Gene Silva fan. I'm not a Gene Silva fan at all. I think he is just going to win. Dougie, did you change Tim the Clone's name in the Discord? I did not change Tim's name in the Discord. There's only two people that could have done it. It's either Muhammad Ali, who has not been on the channel for so long. I removed him as a moderator. I don't think he should be a moderator without being active on the channel. And he's been gone for like 8 months now. And Cage. So I assume that it was Cage, because I don't know who else it could be. How are you, Jim? What's good, man? How's it going? Happy Friday, mate. Happy Friday to you. It's going like it's Friday afternoon for me, mate. Is also about the... I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about there, Yumjoy, and that's on me. That's on me. We love the Dark Lord Ben Rothwell. We do love the Dark Lord Ben Rothwell. We don't love Gene Silva. We just think he's going to win. How are you, Ali? Good to see you, man. I hope you're well. If you asked me a week ago, I would have told you Gene Silva is one of the UFC... He's part of the UFC. Yeah, he's part of the silverware. Gene Silverware. Isn't he part of the silverware? I know, Capatheus, but don't worry, you're not a casual, mate. You just slowly getting back into the sport, brother. Lopes is going to put the Cupa down on Saturday. I hope that he does. I don't think that he will, but I hope that he does, mate. Make me a mod in this place? No, absolutely not. Nacho's the mod. We don't need any more mods. There's barely any people here. Dougie, I'm the most active guy on YouTube. Make me the mod. I'm not saying this to be like we're opening up more mods. If anything, I removed I've made less mods. I removed Muhammad Ali as a mod because he's never around. We're not making more mods. Same name, so it makes sense. True, Ali. True. What's up, fellas? How are you, Paul? Good to see you, mate. Cage is a legend. Changed the clone's name to his real name, serial number T370. It is funny. It is funny. I said we love Lord and the Dark Lord. We love the Dark Lord, but we do not love Lord Gene Silva, Nacho. No, no, no. Wixon's absolutely hating him. No, we're not hating him. Translation for Dougie. Islam is also right about the gay. Oh! Thank you. Yes. You're going to be Gene Silva's biggest rider when he becomes a champ. I'm not. I'm seriously not. It's going to be a weird story arc for Dougie's Corner as Gene Silva becomes the champion. It's going to be like watching a tornado slowly come towards your village. It's going to be watching like a small bushfire come towards your town. Like you can see it coming, you know it's happening, but you're not enjoying the experience. It's almost like Grape. It's almost like Eric was here. For all Big H enjoyers, then nobody is Big H. That is true. Christian Grey, that is very true. Make everyone mods except for Nacho. Maybe one day I'll do that, just for the lulz of it. I'll make every single person in the chat a mod except for Nacho. And then we'll ban Nacho, and it'll be bloody hilarious. No, we love Nacho. Nacho's the best mod on MMA YouTube. And Weston Mass is the second best mod on MMA YouTube. I know you're out there, Weston. Where am I up to? We're all extreme to moderate. I'm feeling very extreme this week, to be honest. The Nothing Ever Happens crowd is having a very bad week. They are, aren't they? Quite a bit has happened, hasn't it, corporatism? Impression of Mexicans barking and saying, culon, 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 hoo, hoo, hoo. No, nothing's funnier than when Gene Silva thinks the whole crowd is going to bark along with him. 1, 2, 3, hoo, hoo. No one? Culon? Quick pick for Lee, quick pick Kang Lee for the boys. Oh, fuck no. I think I am picking Kang Lee. I gotta check my notes. I don't remember. Duggo, Gene is faster than Volk takes seems Duggo, Gene is faster than Volk takes seems question. Why? I don't think it is help me. I think it's I think it's spot on, to be honest. That's why I'm making the take. The contrarian inside me is forced to love Gene more than everyone. Yeah, that is very you, Nacho. You're so on brand, babe. You're so on brand. The more everyone hates them, the more you want to be a fan of them. That's very you. If anything, make Eric a mod, but he doesn't deserve it because his Jew ass doesn't pick fight. That's why I'd never make Eric a mod. Exactly right. Do that on April Fools. Not a bad idea, Justin Kennedy. Hey, what's up, Mason? How are you, mate? Oi, your boy, Gene Silva is getting chinned. At least we can hope because he's the worst personality since Colby started streaming. I agree with the second half of that. His personality makes me want to claw my own fucking eyeballs out. I completely agree. I think he is going to win. I was just about to watch back your last night's stream because I knew you were going to get plastered with questions about Charlie Kirk, rest in peace. Honestly, the chat was very well behaved yesterday, Chris, so it was good to see. I really appreciated the way the chat behaved yesterday. We did some MMA talk and we had some Charlie Kirk talk. So the chat, I'm very, very proud of our community here together. Coulon? Coulon? I don't even know what it means. What does Coulon mean? What's the bet? Gene is schizophrenic. You don't need to make a bet on certainties. That's like saying, what's the bet that the sky is blue and that grass is green and that fire burns your hands? Canelo versus Crawford pick. I don't watch boxing, Owen Miena. I'm sorry, mate. I don't know. I'll go with Crawford. I meant too extreme to be a moderator. I fucked it up. Oh, that's not possible. I'm the most extreme one in here. Like by a fucking country mile. I was in No Chill stream earlier going at it with some angry dude who came in chat saying Kirk had it coming and he won't be your guy's MLK. Oh, that sounds like it was a fun MMA chat. Me and Sniff weren't having it. No, I can imagine, especially Snifferton. People don't realize that Charlie was the least radical and he's underage. Most of us nowhere near as nice and as accommodating. This is very true. If Diego doesn't put the frog down, how does Gene win? It's going to be a violent decision over 25 minutes. I think it's going to look a lot like a Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar. Or Volk versus TKZ. Or Volk versus Brian Ortega. Or Volk versus Max Holloway 3. Or Volk versus... Fuck, how good is Alexander Volkanovski? I tell you what, mate. Anyone who can beat Holloway is pretty fast. Anyone who gets hit by Bryce is pretty slow. Well, I mean, that was several years ago. Like, you've got to... You know, there's an aging process that's happened, help me. I am certainly not as fast as I was 3 years ago. Are those one of those hipster baseball caps that doesn't have a bill? No, it's very much got a bill. We were fully billed out yesterday, Mr. C. Dougie, thoughts on my profile picture? Is it Michael Jackson? Dougie loves Gene Silva, #1 fan. I'm really not. Alright, but if Nacho starts shilling for Israel, he needs to be riled in. That is true, but I don't think Nacho's going to do that. He's a good man. How are you, Rob's neighbor? What's up, Nubby? How are we, boys? Good to hear. Hope you're doing well tonight. It's Friday, mate. I'm going out with my brother for some beers after this. It's going to be wonderful. Crawford will knock down Canelo at least once. Mark my word. Yeah, so apparently Canelo's never been knocked down. Is this the thing? Is Gene more unhinged than peak Tony Ferguson? No, peak Tony Ferguson is... Yeah, he is an insane man. An absolutely insane man. I never said shield for Izzle. I just said my lips made contact with the vertical surface. They're completely different. Completely different. Oh, God. I'm too racist to Indians to be a mod. The first thing I do is time out Skynet. That's the thing. You haven't lived amongst them to understand them and forgive them. I'm always going live right when I'm going to bed. MMA ASMR with Australian outbursts. All right, boys, we're just going to whisper for the rest of the stream so that Rob's neighbor can get a good night's sleep. Gene Silva taking me. He's some shit man to a whole new level. He really is, Mr. C. That's a good point. Dougie, are you not the most extreme person here unless you've been banned precisely 0 people? I am the most extreme person here. I know I am. Just by reading everyone's reaction to yesterday, I know I'm the most extreme person here. Is our best therapist in here? He's been quiet since yesterday. He is not here, but I messaged him today. He's doing all right. He'll be back when he's back. Gene Silva been getting too much secondhand smoke from Prates. His little lungs aren't going to make it to the 5th. All this cigarette air in the Fighting Nerds gym. What's up, Don Calamari? How are you, brother? Dougie's older than Volker. I am. I'm a very old man. Dougie, for once, doesn't have background music. I do have background music. Can you not hear it? Do I need to make it a little bit louder? How are you, Nubby? Good to see you, man. Dougie, who wins? Gene or Lopes? I'm going with Gene Silva, brother. Can you own hunting equipment with a license, or is it all off the table now? You can own it with a license. Yeah. It's Michael Jewson. Stop it. Is Tim in here or has he been getting some sleep? I don't know. I think Tim's plugged in. I think he's recharging. Man, I've been watching back Diego Lopes regional championship run at Lux. We will take out that closet. I don't think he is a closet. I think he's pretty open about it, mate. What's up, Mitch? How are you, brother? Good to see you, dude. Is BKFC tomorrow? It is BKFC tomorrow, and Yoel Romero is looking fucking shredded for 48 years old. I choose to believe it was in the outside of a pub, not at the Wailing Wall. Fair. I actually haven't met a South Indian that I haven't liked. The Northerners, though. Oh, I know, those Bangladeshis, I tell you what. Hello, Dougie. Did you see Dana get absolutely cucked and bamboozled by the boxing journalist at the Canelo vs. Crawford press conference? He turned crimson. He got too comfortable with the UFC journalist. I did see that, shotgun. Hence the name of the title today in the live stream. Yes, I did see it. Listen, if you want to be an asshole about it, we can do a one-on-one interview. Sure, Dana. Sure, Dana's going to do a one-on-one interview with that guy, not just the Nelk Unks again. I'll be watching Canelo versus Crawford fight. I actually will be watching it. Yeah, I will. Dougie, you're about as extreme as Strickland is. Strickland is a maggot. Let's go with that. Strickland is a leftist maggot. Dana quickly realized he had to face actual boxing journals, and he couldn't handpick them. He was so mad. He was so pissed off, man. What's up, Not the Aim, bro? Good to see you, brother. How are you, man? Dougie, can you believe they're trying to convince us a honey shot? I can believe a lot of things, Not the Aim, bro. How are you, dude? I'm more extreme than you, buddy. Don't you understand? Little sandboy from Canadian stand. We'll see, Christian Grey. How are you guys? How are you? Is Lopes fucking Grasso? Maybe. That's why he got so angry. Coulon? Coulon? Again, what does Coulon mean? Dougie, if you knew my true opinions of how Scotland should see independence back and proceed to colonise most of Mirrors, you think you'd take some... I would probably end up agreeing with you, help me. But this isn't... let's not go down the path of who's more based than who. This is an MMA stream, and we're here to talk MMA. So let's keep it on track, boys. Tim's been sent back to the future now that he's terminated his target. Not that Eric isn't here, Tim's returning to the future. What's up, Adam the Ghost? How are you, man? Dana got PTSD when he realized it wasn't John Morgan and asking him the first question. Who's got the first question? Yeah, Dana, why are you trying to fuck with boxing regulation in the United States? Where the fuck is John Morgan? Asking me, what are the emotions like going into the weekend? What the fuck is going on around here? Dana forgot he couldn't take away his press pass. I know, Dana, you have no powers here. Are you doing a BKFC stream tomorrow? I might. You know what? I bloody might do a BKF stream tomorrow. What's up, Adam the Ghost? How are you, man? Doing alright, brother? How are you? I'm so happy with the world, mate. I'm so happy with the world. Tell A Aussie I said sup and the pints are on me after he beats me in Dan Hooker's backyard to win the love of Valentina Shevchenko. Good luck, mate. He's been preparing to take Valentina Shevchenko as his war bride for the longest time. Everyone knows how you feel about that. Yeah, everyone knows how the Scottish feel about colonising Europe. I love how the crowd also started cheering the journo and booning Dana. He has never experienced that. He must have been so humiliated and frustrated. I know, I love how the entire boxing community is pushing back on Dana White. And quite frankly, they should. I mean, they've seen how much Dana White has recently ruined MMA for the UFC fans. They should push back on him. Good to the boxing community. Is the BKFC on the same time as the UFC tomorrow? BKFC is on tomorrow. UFC is on the day after that. Big Jim! The video of Strickland roasting Derek Moneybird today was the first thing I saw from him in years that was respectable and based. I thought the exact same thing, Christian Grey. You and me, Christian Grey, we're like bloody this, mate. We're bloody thinking the same thing, mate. We're doing the same. We're like the exact same person, mate. Dougie needs a Rumble stream so we can talk shop on politics. I have a Rumble channel. I need 1,000 followers on Rumble to be able to go live. I have 7. It's not going well. Coulon is a slang term derived from couleur, but with 2 meanings. Literally someone with a big butt, bottomed person, or figuratively, a coward or a wimp. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's like an arsehole or a pussy arsehole. Or as the leftists would call it, a bussy. Which is just a male arsehole. Do you think pay-per-view is dead with boxing and UFC going to streaming services? Absolutely. Pay-per-view's already dead, mate. The only thing they make off pay-per-view is pubs buying the package. Charles started noticing. Most people I know that have been streaming really are also noticing. Has calf kicks changed the game? Yeah, you know what? Calf kicks have changed the game. Calf kicks have changed the game. as well as noticing, the mass noticing going on right now. Doing all right, brother? How you doing? I'm doing great. You think you're more best, but I just told it. Yep. Why was Bilal at the Canelo Crawford press conference? I mean, what else has Bilal got to do with his time, to be honest? Valentina went undercover. True. We only talk about MMA in here when we're forced to like a teacher trying to present a lesson to an unruly classroom. That is what it feels like half the time, Justin Kennedy. Yeah. Especially when I was that one stream where I was like, we're finally going to break apart the rules of MMA. It went so off the rails so fucking quickly. And that really turned into like a teacher trying to talk to a classroom. I had a fucking slideshow talking about the rules of MMA, and the entire chat was just like, I don't remember what you were doing, chat. You're just spazzing out about nothing. You went so down the spaz hole. So the autism spigot just got absolutely opened on the water tank of autism. You guys just knocked the fucking tap off, and it was just gushing MMA autism like crazy. Can you do a breakdown on stream of the Dana presser? I have not seen it. Oh, Dana did a press conference for Crawford versus Canelo. Crawford versus Canelo? Whatever. Yeah, Terence Crawford versus Canelo. And the boxing community was like, why are you trying to change the Ali Act, cunt? How come? How are you going to be paying fighters decent wage in your new boxing league? Huh? Why don't you pay the fighters in the UFC what they're worth? Yeah, it was good stuff. Yeah, it's more of the series of interviews that's been happening. It was an interview with a woman from CBS yesterday, and then the press conference today. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. Help me. Lest we forget, dividing the people is exactly what they want. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Yes, but also we can't live with a certain type of people anymore. We literally cannot live with them. We must reject them. And all these calls for peace. Man. Peace. Yeah, with people that want to kill you. Anyway. God, I love Putin. Did you see the video of Strickland confronting Derek Moneymaker Dork and he scurried away to the elevator? Strickland was top tier. I know, I love that Strickland did that. First time I've watched Strickland, I've been like, yep, that is the fucking shit. That is the shit from Strickland. I think most people are real. Yep, calf kicks are changing. You know, calf kicks are changing the game. What the fuck, Rumble is retarded? I knew. The steel beam argument is nothing compared to them admitting they're like, oh, all right, MMA. MMA. Discord was a warfield today. How are you, Nitro? I wouldn't mind wrestling with Irene Aldana. I'm more of a Natalia Silva sort of a guy. What's up, MMA Master? How are you, mate? When you do a Fighter Matrix and we just want zero part of it, that was the best stream ever. Me doing the Fighter Matrix and you guys loving it. Oh, don't act like you weren't loving the Fighter Matrix. Yeah, alright, class. What's up, John Dong? How are you, brother? Alright, class, if we could just focus on the rules of MMA just for 20 minutes, we could do a tier list. No, the chat was not having it. I had the same issue with the official rules. The definition and goalposts keep moving. I know, well, that's why I thought I'd come up with a way to actually lock it down, but chat didn't care. I think we should all have to make picks on the Yoel Romero to win. I'm loving the Yoel Romero fight. I'm so looking forward to that. When you crashed out on chat and said you weren't reading the comments anymore, and we got to remind me of when we were getting substitute teachers or break. Yes, I remember that one. Yeah, there have been 2 streams where I've just snapped on the chat and been like, I'm not reading all the comments anymore. Noticing calf kicks will save the world. In the 1930s, a brave man noticed calf kicks and wanted them to leave for Madagascar. MMA is such a wild sport. It is, mate. Noticing incoming calf kicks. If only we listened to the first bloke that noticed calf kicks. Oh, well. Did Bilal actually show up? Why is he even there? Nobody wants you, Bilal. You're so bad. Go away. You're done. I know, dude. He's got like 6,000 subs on YouTube. Dougie, I've been thinking for a while your channel will probably grow faster if it was Dougie's Corner MMA. I really think it matters. Maybe I'll put MMA in the name. I don't think it will, and I don't think my channel is gonna grow. To be honest with you, Bang Eats Chatter, I've been thinking about not even releasing videos every day anymore because yeah, they don't get many views. And I've been exposed to a very wide audience of MMA. I just don't think many people like me, to be honest, which is okay because I have my personality is my personality. It is what it is. I can't change it. But yeah, I just think the wider MMA audience just doesn't like me very much, which is okay. Dougie has the longest. No, it's very normal. All right, guys, I volunteered to the no gay sesh. Oh yes, Nina Drama, no gay sesh. There you go. I unironically enjoy the Fighter Matrix, mate. Everyone enjoys the Fighter Matrix. It's the best thing on MMA YouTube. Edmund Tavarian yelling head movement to Charlie. Shut up, MMA master. Head movement. Stalin was more dope than Putin. No, Stalin was an atheist. Putin is a Christian. Fuck MMHA. Yeah, nah, MMHA is alright. Professor Doug is the type of guy to tell the class we're all getting pizza, but each slice sells for $5 each slice. Professor Doug is the type of guy to tell the class we're getting pizza, but sell each slice for $5. Exactly. Exactly right. I like it being Dougie's corner. It makes you stand out. Yeah, I just didn't want to be like everyone else, to be like Dougie's MMA. Dougie thinks putting a cap on will have Natalia Silva notice his bald spot. I don't have a bald spot. I'm going to keep doing the streams. I'll keep doing the streams every day. I just don't know if there's a point in making a video every single day, to be honest. How are you, Eric? Good to see you, man. I hope that you're well, brother. I'm so amped up for this main event. Scrap both finishes too. Me too. I'm thoroughly looking forward to the entire weekend of combat sports. Not just the UFC. I'm looking forward to the UFC, to the BKFC, and I am looking forward to the boxing card as well. I'm really looking forward to this weekend's combat sports. What card would be better, UFC 323 or UFC 324? Johnny, neither of them have got a main event yet. Probably UFC 324 because it'll be the first Paramount card. The Fighter Matrix does nothing but rage bait me. That's what makes it so good. I know you don't like doing them, but prediction videos are good for growing channels. When I was a Denner at Glamber, I still am. I used to subscribe to loads of people for their prediction videos. I did prediction video, and they didn't get clicks either because there's so many people doing prediction videos. Thank you, Don Calamari. I appreciate it, man. Dougie, let's be serious. If MMA Joey can have fans, you can fucking grow the channel. Be positive. I am positive. I'm not trying to be negative, and thank you for the $10. I really appreciate it. I'm not trying to come across as negative at all in any way. I do appreciate it. I'll keep doing shorts. I'll keep making videos. I'll keep going live all the time. I don't think me making a 10 to 15 minute video every single day is necessary because most of my videos do not get more than 200 clicks. And when you look at my channel analytics, I have got over 1 million views on my channel. I've been shouted out by James Lynch. I've been shouted out by the MMA Guru. Lucas Tracy has clearly heard my takes. With all of the content that I've put out over the last year and a half, I've exposed myself to the wider MMA audience. ITP MMA has shouted me out before and done a raid as well. With all that exposure, and you see the amount of views that my channel has gotten, with people that have clicked on the channel, had a look, and then decided not to subscribe, it is very obvious that most of the MMA community, for one reason or another, whether it's my accent, or whether it's the way that I present, or whether it's the way that I talk, it doesn't really matter what it is, does not vibe with what I'm putting out there, which is totally okay. I'm me. I like being me. I like the channel that we're growing, so I'm going to keep doing it. I just don't think it's necessarily needed for me to put out a video every single day, because it's clearly not turning into conversions. Like, most people don't watch them. So if I really want to make a video, I'll make a video. But if I don't have to make a video that day, maybe there was no point making the Aljamain Sterling Brian Ortega video. It was just news. There's no point covering the daily news if no one's watching it. So, yeah. But thank you very much for the $10, Don Calamari. I really appreciate it. I'm not trying to be negative. I love the channel. I love doing the channel. I'm not going to stop doing the channel. But maybe there's no point covering the daily news in MMA because it just... no one gives a fuck what I think about the daily news in MMA. Calf kicks are so... I know what you're doing, but prediction videos are good for the channel. Okay, I've seen Putin kiss that special... I know. So have I, corporatism. But at least he will send the army forward when it needs to go forward. Try putting MMA in the name. It's worth a shot. Yeah, maybe I will. I think we might have to start checking these cards. We might. You're going to be hammered on stream for UFC 321 pay-per-view because it'll be like 2 a.m. for you something. Aspinall Violent. No, I'm not going to be hammered. No. I'll just... It's like when it's the Europe card or the Paris card. I'll just get up nice and early. Wider audience. You mean the inbred audience? Could be the inbred audience. I mean, they absolutely hate me. What's up, Crisp? How are you, dude? What's happening? Slime? Why am I slime, Crisp? Oh, God. W positivity. Always positivity. Exactly why Stalin was more base. Putin would beat him to a scrap because he did judo and sambo. That's right, mate. Putin could beat Khabib, mate. I think one of the Fighter Matrixes was the only time I've rage quit a stream. I know what, I forced the Fighter Matrix on the chat. I loved doing that, man. That was so good. It's such a fun time doing that. It's not fun when chat rage baits me, but it's so funny when I get to rage bait the chat. Best weekend for combat sports is right around the corner. I'm really looking forward to this weekend, man. I really am, dude. Doug, you might not have the biggest fan base, but you 100% have the most loyal fans on the platform. I completely agree. And I don't even want to say we're fans. We're just a bunch of boys that watch MMA together. There's no fans here. I'm just a tradie. I'm just a plasterer that watches MMA, but I do it publicly with a webcam on. There's no fans here. We're just lads watching MMA. And I do have the best channel. We have the best channel. We do. We got the best community. One glazing daggy video will make your channel go viral. I know. It's happened before because I have glazed Ankalaev and I've gotten a few subscribers, and the moment I went back to being my regular self, they all left. Because I do like Magomed Ankalaev, but I'm not just gonna I'm not just gonna dance around the fact that you're the second most inbred race on the planet. And Movsar Evloyev does pull the trigger on his wife choice age a little bit too early. You know, like several years too early. And then a lot of them unsubscribed after I said that. It is what it is, mate. Calf Kicks attack Charlie. I only learned about them in May. Yes. Yep. That Mason gets it. I'm here because of the MMA Guru. Better raid than an ice raid. That is true. Also, bots. MMA Guru has an accent. He does. Nobody in chat start running with the calf kicks narrative. That would hurt so bad. Dude, I better not start noticing the calf kicks. I love that we're just going to start calling them calf kicks. Oh my god. Still got the highest member to viewer ratio on YouTube. I love the channel. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just looking at the channel analytics and being realistic about them. I'm just being a business owner, just being self-critical. That's nothing negative about it. I'm just being self-critical about the business of the YouTube channel that I'm running. And there are things that are hitting and there are things that aren't hitting. You've got to do that. Everyone should do that. We love you even with your paid Israeli Alex Pereira propaganda. Okay, thank you. UFC October is stacked. A shame September kind of sucks. Yeah, I mean, a little bit, but this weekend is massive, dude. This weekend is, like, it sucks compared to October, but it's still pretty good, right? Change your name to Dougie in the Closet? Absolutely not. Cousin Picks will save the channel. Don't care then. I think people need to be reminded consistently what the channel is about and why all the age ones have MMA in the name unless they're a fighter. Just my 2 cents. I notice it when I'm browsing. Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a try. I can chuck it in there for sure. I will be absolutely shit-faced for Aspinall versus Garn. Do you not want to be kind of not blackout drunk, like not shit-faced for the biggest fight of the heavyweight division and maybe English MMA's career? Like, this is massive for England, Jim. I understand having a light buzz, but do you really want to be shit-faced for it? You don't glaze JDM enough. Need 3 videos on him versus Islam. I do need to go harder for JDM. True. What's up, Portuguese Herzog? How are you, brother? I hope that you're well, dude. Good to see you, man. I did also quit on the Matrix stream. I loved the Matrix stream. How does it feel getting rage batted by me, chat? Minutes without mentioning plastering? 0. Thank you, Justin Kennedy. It will be like a festival if JDM beats him. It'll be like a festival of JDM beat. Oh, in Australia? No, Australians don't care about MMA, but we, on this channel, will have a festival of JDM wins when JDM wins. Putin pissed the wall? I know, Putin did kiss the wall. Yep. Dougie is our base campfire. Yeah, exactly, man. Like, this is the channel here. This is just the voice box reading it out. This is the channel. Surely one of these combat sports promotions realizing there is fuck all on next week, but no, they all have an event on this weekend. Instead, it's retarded. For some reason, combat sports love Mexicans. I don't know why, but it is. Mobzar spawned County's wife. He did. He spawned County's wife. The second she turns 18, he's already there. Stalin did threaten to. I mean, that is a big W for Stalin. People forget, man, that the mustache was top tier aura. True. I'm back. Should be a requirement for all members to watch the 3.5-hour Urseg masterpiece. That's how you know you're a real hardcore. Did you watch the 3.5-hour Urseg masterpiece? I'm serious about the bots, though. We all know they infiltrate the live numbers at random. Surely they don't subscribe, and it's throwing the analytics off. Could be. Could be the bots. Could be Capatheist. Could be the bots. Could be. I'm shit-faced during every main event. Yeah, I don't want to be shit-faced. I want a nice buzz going. The most people don't engage with YouTube as much as it is. Well, I'm saying the videos don't even get that many clicks. Like, it's good for a video to get 200 views, which is fucking bad. Like, that's fucking bad. To be putting out a video a year every single day for a year and a half, and most videos average 200 views, like, that's fucking bad. That's real bad. Put sex in your name and your channel will grow faster than gurus. Maybe it will, Eric. Not bad. Do you think it's possible that the analytics could be skewed from people looking to watch pay-per-views on live streams or the vertical live? Could be. Could be crisp. Yeah, it could be. It'll be again Court 2 and the Surrender Monkeys will get put in their place again. You're talking about Aspinall versus Cyril Gahn because the French are surrender monkeys. I agree. Sex name tier list. We could do that. Eric and Nacho will dox you if you try quit. I'm not going to quit. Guys, I'm not going to quit. I'm not saying I'm going to quit MMA. I'm not saying I'm going to quit MMA. I'm being a business owner that is looking at the data from the last year and a half of being on YouTube and noticing where things are lacking and where things are doing well. Things are doing really well in the live streams. Things are doing really well in the videos that I think are worth making. Things are doing really well on the shorts. Things are not doing well in every single video that I'm making. Like, there was no point making today's video about Gene Silva. Yes, this is a title shot eliminator for Gene Silva. The video that I made while I was camping about Aljamain Sterling being a bit of a cunt to Sean O'Malley didn't get any views. Got no views. They don't get views. They don't get any views. There's no point running a business and just shooting in the dark with blind positivity. If you've got a year and a half of data to look at, you need to be able to analyze that data. I'm not being negative. I'm not thinking about quitting. I'm just saying I don't think there's a point in making a video every single day if it's not needed. That's all I'm saying. Did you ever have root beer floats in primary school? No, that's a very American thing, brother. Is Aspinall versus Francis a thing? No. Maybe if Francis fights in the PFL one more time in the UFC, buy him, but I don't know. Dana needs to leave the UFC first. Megan Anderson is going to throw a parade when JDM beats Islam, and I'll go with it. Me and Megan Anderson can be the two Australian MMA fans that actually care. You wouldn't think Putin would opt for the calf kicks being a judoka? I know. And yet he does. It's sad. It's one of the worst things about him. Mexican fighters are tough fighters and they clean up the arena after a win. After it's a win-win. Oh, bro, it's dirty in here. Give me an extra $20, bro. I clean up. I rarely drink. This week I will because I've got some leftover from last week. Maybe shit-faced isn't the right word, but I definitely want to be celebrating. We've finally got a real champ defending. Yeah, no, I agree with that, Jim. Like, a light buzz, absolutely. But still enough to watch the fight and understand it. If Chris Donkin cracks the top 10, I'm getting wrecked. If he somehow wins a title, I'm getting shit-faced, buying a Claymore sword and running down the road naked screaming, "Up the boys, we did it." There is nothing wrong with getting blackout drunk after Chris Donkin wins the title, then get blackout drunk. When JDM won the title and I'd finished making I was already well on the way when I was making my JDM appreciation video after he had won the title. But after that video was clicked and posted and ready to go, then we were getting drinking. Dougie, check the Discord for a funny Bisping-based moment. Sometimes he lets the old school scallywag free, even when he is in corporate mode. I love it when Bisping does that, Super Shotgun. I fucking love it when he lets it out. Super Shotgun, please remind me again during the live streams this weekend. We're going to be live for like 8 hours this weekend. I got to try and read the chats. It's already been 34 minutes and I still need to make my picks on Tapology. We got to punch through shit, but I appreciate you, Super Shotgun. I'm not saying that to be a dick. I'm saying that just to remind me during a low part. Don Calamari says needs more hyperbole. Sorry, Don, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's rough. YouTube's been dying for a while. Yeah, maybe just be more selective with your video. That's what I mean, Mr. C. Like, I'm just saying, I don't think I need to make a video every single day. Dougie's MMA corner could work. It could. Always end up having to rewatch the main card next morning with a splitting headache because of how responsible I get while watching it live. I have to end up watching the main card all the time because I'm so busy reading the chats. Dougie, we don't know there is a calf kick hat under the cap. There's no calf kick hat. I'm fine. I'm still got my hair. Dougie is a spitter Dougie is a spitter if he is a quitter. Dougie is a spitter if he's a quitter. I'm not quitting. The problem with calf kicks is that they appear to be regular kicks to the casual eye, but after noticing a practice and training person can avoid a counter, they totally call a rich snake. It's very true. Your boxing knowledge is equivalent with Lucas Tracy's MMA knowledge. Make a great boxers tier list and rage bait the boxing community. You'll get thousands of subs overnight. I could do that. Why the fuck not? Yeah. How long do people have to watch a video before it counts as a view? It's 10 seconds. Less is more. I think less is more, yeah. Make controversial videos that'll bring in the views. I'm not trying to, I don't want to make topics and videos that I don't think are true. I don't want to make controversial shit. That's MMA Joey. I don't want to just make shit for the sake of making shit. If I'm going to make a video like the UFC nearly killed someone at UFC Shanghai, I want to make that video. If I want to make a video about how the UFC fighters need to shut the fuck up about a meritocracy, you didn't sign up to the PFL, I want to make that video. I don't just want to be MMA Joey and just be controversial for the sake of being controversial. Try doing shorter clickbaity type of title. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Go full heel and make a video calling the guru gay. Zero. This is a gay man! He's gay! Clickbait would make the views up at the subs worse. They would make it worse. Yeah, I think it would make the channel worse. Thank you, Nacho, for gifting 5 memberships, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Ratio got one. Woeful got one. And Douglas's memo got one. There you go. Nice one, boys. Any sort of Crawford Canelo video this week would have engaged with faster than a rich, beautiful 18-year-old Miami girl. True. I should have just made some shit up. The fat blob heavyweight they signed from Dana White's Contender Series is a disgrace. I love him. Dana, I'll suck your toes. Or worse, find evidence of Guru being gay. Yeah. It's like a 20-second clip I posted in the Discord. Okay. I know you get so annoyed when I don't check your clips. You're such a pushy girl. Yes, it's Michael Bisping saying, well, that was fucking gay. I've seen it before, mate. It is fucking hilarious. It is fucking hilarious. I have seen that one. I can tell just by the thumbnail. Well, that was fucking gay. I have seen that. Super shotgun. But look at the news channels. Do it full man and MMA and those stuff. Yeah, I could try it that way. Like, try making it a clickbait version of the day's news. Don't forget to drink some Starbucks from your stream. Don't forget to drink some Starbucks from your stream. I don't know what you're saying. Rocky Balboa S tier. The boxers tier list. You know, Rocky Balboa. Dougie has to be the Lucas Tracy of boxing. I don't want to be the Lucas Tracy of boxing. I just want to do... This is the thing. I just want to make my videos that I want to make. Dougie, thoughts on Scottish heavyweight Lewis Sutherland making his debut versus Tougher on the Australian card? They're easily giving him a win. Tough is horrible. I thought the fighters nearly dying video was going to bank. So did I. I make so many videos that I think are going to break into the wider MMA zeitgeist, and they don't. So... it is what it is. Like, it's literally... the UFC nearly killed 2 fighters this week. With evidence. Didn't get any views. Didn't get any views. Compared to, like, what they should get. Compared to what a video like that should get. On a channel... I've got 3,000 subscribers. The title was, the UFC is killing 2 fighters. Thank you, Jonathan Villaphone, for the $5, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Impression of MMA Joey trying to snipe Charlie Kirk and the roof collapsing under him. Thanks for going live. You're welcome, Jonathan Villaphone. Thank you for the $5, man. Oh, this is it. I'm going to get this right. Oh, what is happening? Oh, Magomed Ankalaev is the GOAT. Right. I've got a 3,000 subscriber channel. It's a bright red thumbnail that stands out. The title is The Night the UFC Nearly Allowed 2 Fighters to Die This Year. 300 views. 250 views. 250 views. That's atrocious. That really is atrocious. That should have 5,000 views. It should, and it doesn't. It's atrocious. It's just atrocious. So yeah, it is what it is. I thought the fighters that we just did the one. Change your name to Power Slap Dana. Say it's bigger than American football and basketball. No. Nacho's paying for his mod status. No, he isn't. He's earned it. John Jones is gay. The evidence. There you go. Video idea. Yeah. A friend of mine lost his trouser sweater to a coat. There you go. Never heard Dougie sound more depressed over a gifted membership. No. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, man. Fuck you, YouTube, for recommending me Che's videos. Be nice to Che. All right, everyone shut up. I want to see Dougie. Yeah, we'll get into the picks. Khalil is overrated. His new fans will rage. Hire me. There you go. I mean, you guys can send me. There is somewhere in the Discord to send me them. Lost my trouser sweater for a secular calf kick based on... Okay. The Sutherland guy, pages all say he's Scottish, but he has an English accent. He was born in England, and he trains out of England. Then he's, classic Scotsman, saying no true Scotsman. The only people that hate the Scots more are the Scots. Maybe TikTok can help you grow. I'm on TikTok. I don't get any views. I'm on TikTok. I'm telling you guys, like, people just don't like me. It's just, I appreciate you guys being here, but... the most of the MMA community just doesn't like me. Thank you for the $2, Capatheist. I appreciate it. And Nacho, I appreciate the gifted memberships. So apparently I can buy gifted memberships, but can't donate or send gay. I don't know what is going on, Nacho, but thank you for the gifted memberships, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, Capatheist, for the $2. Time to start an MMA Joey beef. The reviews will rapidly increase. I literally did it in my last video. I pulled him up on screen. With 3K subs, what's a good view count? 1,000 views. 1,000 views, 1.5 thousand views. You want to have at least half. 1,000 views to 1.5 thousand views per video. And we're like struggling to hit 200, 250 video views. It's fucking dead. The videos are dead. I'm not in the tap out group yet, but I made my picks in Tapology. Will they automatically be in the group? We'll have to make my picks inside the group. They will automatically be in the group once Larry lets you in. And I think this is going to be the last week that we do it inside Larry's group. That's not a shit on Larry. I like Larry, even though me and Larry argue all the time. I like that we argue all the time. But Larry is busy living his own life. I obviously don't pay him. He does our Tapology group as a hobby, and it's not fair on him to moderate it in real time when he's busy living his own life. So going forward next week, I think we're going to make our own group that I will moderate. They're not clickbaity enough. Use some red faces. I've done that. I've done all this stuff. Definitely try a shorter title. What could be shorter than the night the UFC nearly killed 2 fighters? You got to add question marks and everything in the title. Like, I've done that. I genuinely thought it was going to get at least 5K. Yep. Help me and go to the face. Dana is on the Epstein list video. Dana's on the Epstein list. Well, Doug, it looks like a duck and sounds like a duck. He's not Scottish. Would you ever do a channel collab? Your half Eastern European Australian brother from Submission Radio might have you on. Yeah, of course I would. Hottest female fighters of all time tier. Yeah, we could do that one. But again, my tier list videos. Fighters that love to be in fights. 300 views. Fighters on steroids, 800 views. Again, that should have like 3,000 views. They just don't get clicks. They don't get clicks. I've done tier list videos. My tier list videos don't get clicks. We're going to wrap this up because it's not a... We're going to wrap this up and get into the picks. But fighters who love fighting. Fighters who love fighting, the tier list video. 30 minutes of a tier list. Fighters who absolutely love fighting. Dan Hooker on the thumbnail. Loves it. 278 views. Doesn't get views. Just don't get... My videos just don't get views. They just don't get views. They just don't. They just do not get views. I don't know what to tell you guys. This is Dougie's rocking moment. It's not... Listen, it's all... Thank you, Corporatism, for the $2, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Well, apparently, I'm just a live stream and a shorts channel. I think that's just the way that it is. I don't know what to say. It's been a year and a half. I don't get views. If anything, my views have consistently gone down. If you were to bring up a chart of my videos, they'd go down. The views actually have dropped off. Dougie was baptized in the discount there. Found the Lord. Charlie Kirk versus MMA Joey. 3 and 5 minute Muay Thai fight. Results. Even in his state right now, Charlie Kirk still beats MMA Joey. He runs out of air reading the chat. He runs out of breath reading the chat. Homeless women fighter. Toes tier list. No. Holy shit. Larry finally accepted me into the group. Nice one, Larry. Good on you, mate. It's always the coach. There you go. Dougie's inner unk came out when he said tap out group. Oh, Tapology group. There you go. What the fuck are we using the group for? Fuck my life. We're going to... Listen, you can still make your picks, and your pick percentage will carry over into the new group. It's just I'm going to moderate the new group. So you guys don't have to do anything on your end except click on the new group. That's it. But your percentage will still carry over. Hire a prosy and get her to pretend to be your sister. No. Why though? I don't know how you would hate. I mean, it's just my personality would click with some people and some people will hate it. Take your shirt off in the thumbnails. No. 2 fighters nearly got slimed out on Phonom Grave. I'm not making that a fucking title. No. Don't get me wrong. We all take the Scottish fighters in the UFC we can get. Yeah, you need them. Help me. Prime Rose and Paige, and then the others. No. Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Oh. A Dougie's Corner submission radio crossover would be good. It would be good. I mean, he's Australian. I've heard that bloke plenty of times. How many ring goals has Baldy fucked? Apparently all of them, according to his mum. More Pena content is obviously the next move. Absolutely not. Misha for about 5. There was a moment in time where Misha Tate was hot. The problem with your video is that no one cares about those no-names that almost got killed. That is true, but it's still got Dana White and the UFC in the title. Like, they don't know that they're not no-names until they start watching the video, but no one even bothered watching the video, even with Dana White and the UFC in the title. I rarely see your videos on my home. I think it's an algorithm thing. Could be. Could be. The prayer videos are absolute gold. Yeah, they are good. People like them. Do blackface? No. If you streamed at a better time for the rest of the world, or the third world Aussie time, you would get more subs and views. I don't think it would change the videos. It wouldn't change the videos. Dougie, 2 weeks ago, you released your second most popular video with 5.5k views. I think you're being a bit hard on yourself, Keeper. I'm going to keep making videos, and I appreciate it. Again, I'm not saying this to shit on myself. I appreciate it, guys. I'm just saying I don't think there's a need to make a video every single day because they're not getting watched. So, yeah. Can you look up your most watched videos? I can. Yep. Thanks, Raja, for giving Dougie some views. There you go. Your titles are too long and could be more mysterious, if that makes sense. When people want to know what the title is talking about, when people want to know what the title... Yeah, I could make it a bit more clickbaity. I get what you're saying, Crisp. If you clip Dana White at the pay-per-view screaming, watch Dougie's Corner, you'd probably get 10k subs. If we could get Dana saying that, we could. How are you, Trip? What's good, man? All right. Let's stop talking about MMA YouTube and start talking about MMA. Dougie's right, guys. He needs to upload 2 videos. No, I don't think more content is the problem. Help me. No. In fact, I think I might be putting out too much content, to be honest with you. Right, let's switch to MMA and my picks. Here we go. The picks. No, I said if you crippled Dana, reading is extra cooked today. Oh, it is. I've got Friday-itis. If you crippled Dana White at the press conference, not if I clipped. If I crippled Dana White at the press conference screaming, watch Dougie's Corner, yes, that might push me up into the algorithm. Very true. Who did you pick? Lopes versus Silva. I'm going with Gene Silva, brother. I'm going with Gene Silva. Let's stop talking about MMA and talk about MMA. Yes, let's stop talking about my YouTube and start talking about actual MMA itself. Do prank videos? No, it's an MMA YouTube channel. Change your name to Ducky's Corner, then people will think that it's a John Jones channel. Not much in the world beats a cheeky buzz while watching 2 people beat the shit out of each other for shackles. That's my favorite thing to do, Christian Grey. It literally is. He needs to upload 3 times a day? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Post BJJ training videos daily? No. Oh, God. I had a dream. Don Checo got round 1 KO. Don Checo got a round... Oh! Daniel Don Checo. Yeah. Versus these guys. These motherfuckers, huh? I am going with Daniel John Checo. Let me bring up my notes. Instead of my horrible, horrible viewed videos on YouTube. Ugh, what a disgusting fucking count. Oh, my God. Picks. All right. Daniel John Checo. He's going to win. It's going to be a 3rd round finish. He's going to drag him into deep waters and simply mulk him. I like this kid a lot. I liked him a lot from Tough. He was one of the standouts, like personality-wise. One of the people that I'm actually looking forward to coming out of Tough this year, which is really fucking cool, man. Put cute cat pictures. People love cat. Thank you, I'm extremely Asian. That's very good feedback. Thank you. I felt that goated feeling while on a mid-UFC card Edmonton. It was beautiful. Yeah, well, you're nice and lightly buzzed, and you're just watching people beat the fuck out of each other. So good, man. Murphy on Fire is absolutely milking the shit out of the Charlie Kirk killing. I wouldn't expect anything less. He has turned into a political channel, so it makes sense for him to do it. Dougie's right. He needs to upload 5 times a day. Get fucked, WStream. Thank you, Mitch. Doug, look at Paul Acosta's tweet about why he's watching the card this weekend. Bordering Movzar levels. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, now Super Shotgun is going to be like, well, you looked at his tweet. Why you didn't watch my clip? All right, go on. Polo. I love you, Shotgun. I'm just playing, mate. Paulo Costa. All right, Paulo Costa. The reason I am watching Austin, Texas this weekend at UFC, did he AI her, or is that... He must have AI'd her. Fucking hell. Good on you. I mean, he's not wrong, is he? Now, this is women. We don't pick women. Fuck them. Here we go. Alessandro Costa versus Aiden Costa. I have no fucking idea who these people are. Very elaborate notes. From me. I have no fucking idea who these people are. So obviously, I am going to pick the favorite. I'm going with Costa. With a round 1 knockout. That is literally my notes. I have no fucking idea who these people are. Oh, fuck. Alright, where am I up to? Dougie, I just got my passport in the mail finally. Nice one, Christian Grey. You're going to escape to Poland. You love to see it, mate. You're also picking Donchenko. Nice one. All right, we're on the same page there, Ali. We're possibly getting more B streams since it's spring in the southern hemisphere. We will once the weather clears up, but it's a very rainy and windy spring right now, Mitch. So once the weather cleans up, absolutely. Alice Pereira is my wife. She is fucking gorgeous. Can't believe just a month away from UFC Vancouver. I'm so fucking excited for you, Christian Grey. I genuinely am, man. I hope you enjoy it. Just stop reading every comment section. These normie inbreds always demotivating, calculating. Just stop reading every comment section. These normie inbreds always demotivating, calculated. I don't read every comment section. I don't. Dougie OnlyFans is the... No, absolutely not. Roden beats Perez. Easy. Okay, cool. There you go. You're with him there. Can't remember who I picked, but Costa sounds right. Yep. Looks like a G. Did you see Charlie got fucking... You know what, Antoine? No, I missed that. What happened? No, I didn't catch that. I've been living under a rock. I'm also picking Costa in round 1. There you go. Anyone see Martin Frazier kill that Egyptian guy? We did not. Could Indian claim Yair as a male win? He claims Mexican, but he's clearly Indian. No, they could not. No. Dougie, Polish women are hot as fuck. I know. I want to marry one. You need a female co-host? No. Why would I let one talk? Picking Zach Reese to send Dumas to jail after round 1. Yes, we've got Cedric Dumas, who should be in prison. I think it's literally raining right now. Whoever said more beach streams. I just heard rain against the window. Cedric Dumas should be in prison. The leftist mind virus that we have seen take over the West so violently this week, he is a product of that. He has been arrested 10 times. Surely he's committed more crimes than that. And he should be rotting in a jail cell. In fact, quite frankly, after you've committed your 3rd or 4th crime, there should just be a giant spike shoved up your asshole. And you should be put around arenas or put on highways to have the crows eat your eyes out, to remind the rest of the civilized community to not commit crime. I don't care really how skilled Zach Reese is. He's not that skilled, but I hope Zach Reese fucking sleeps him in 1 round and Herb Dean is the referee, or they bring back Mario Yazakami. This is a rage pick. Fuck Cedric Dumas and fuck the entire system that empowers him to be a free human being. I'm very on edge this week. Picking Zach Reese to send Dumas to jail after round 1 KO. Yes. Did anyone see the crazy thing with those planes? Yeah, I know, right? Dumas by ankle monitor to the face. Yeah, I wonder if that will hurt Zach Reese's jaw when it lands. Let's hope Zach Reese shows dumbass the boot out of the UFC finally. I agree. Logan Paul. I also call him Logan Paul, but no one else was catching on to that, Wixen. I'm happy you are. Eric is definitely black. Eric is not black. Praying for Dumas to get murked in there by Zach Reese. Me too, Ali. Dumas literally did a home invasion. What a degen. I agree. Alex Pereira has the milkiest thighs. Same. She's not white. She doesn't have to be white. It's all right. That's a lie. We all know it doesn't rain in Australia. It does in Melbourne. Dougie is Eric black. Eric is not black. Then complains that he has no money in his account because he has to pay legal fees. I know. Logan Paul finally getting the... What is the most Aussie fighter? Who's the most soy Aussie fighter? Jimmy Crute? No, there's one that just converted to... what's his name? Nacho knows his name. Eric has the complexion of the Tapology background, except even wider. So hope for Poland. Let's meet up there with Frankie. Would be a goated wingman to finally find a based Polish wifey. Let's do it, mate. I also put round 1 for Zach Reese. Yes, it's one of those weeks we're all on the same page. Jake Matthews, thank you, Nitro. I knew you'd know it. I picked Dumas because he can't afford to lose. That is true, Crisp. He literally can't afford to lose. Crazier is allowed to fight with handcuffs on. I mean, Cedric Dumas literally couldn't make it to his last scheduled bout because they couldn't get the ankle monitor off him. I love the world that we live in. And he's an athlete on primetime on ESPN on Saturday night. But he couldn't make his last scheduled sports event because he had the ankle monitor still on him. Because he's been released 10 times. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Just like the bloke that murdered that poor girl on the train because he got released several times. I know. I love it. I mean, I'm feeling so radical this week. I tell you what, mate. Like 90s radical. Australian government, because I know you're listening, because my PayPal keeps getting blocked, my Facebook gets taken down, and I'm not allowed to sign into betting sites. I'm feeling like 90s radical, you know? Like Mambo. Remember Mambo? 90s Australia? That's how radical I'm feeling this week. Anyway, let us move on before I punch my fucking screen. Where are we up to? Luis Garulu versus Jesus Aguilar. Dumas can't kick because he's got the ankle shackles on. True. Why is the UFC giving Dumas a job? I don't fucking know. Where am I up to? Tough finale. We did that one. Cedric Dumas. Jesus Aguilar versus Luis Leguru. Luis Leguru lost his first fight. I need a couple of beers to relax. Tell me about it, brother. I'll catch up with you after the stream, mate. You're going with Aguilar. I'm going with Leguru. I know Leguru's first fight in the UFC was O'Day Osborne. O'Day Osborne is a tough cunt. He's a tough cunt. I think Larice, Leguru El de Guru, MMA Le de Guru MMA, one of the best MMA guru clip channels out there. I think he's going to get it back on track. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be a decision, but I am going to go with Guru. Dougie's a big fan of Jane Silva. I'm not, but I think he is going to win. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, radical. Exactly. If the Australian government is listening, I'm feeling like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, kind of radical. I've been getting extra after all that happened this week. Yeah, look, I'm feeling radical. I was listening to Between the Links from MMA Fighting and Jude Marshmallow, who has a law background, and said Raj should only do a little time in jail, like 30 days. What the fuck is wrong with these people? I don't know, but we can no longer coexist with them. I need to shut the fuck up. I didn't even know Tatiana Suarez was fighting this weekend. Is my wife fighting this weekend? No, Tatiana Suarez is my wife. Who's my wife? Nacho, who's my wife again? We'll get there when we get there. How are you gonna off unanimously the hottest type of European women for no reason? For fuck's sake, what are we talking about? What's Mambo? Was that? Hey, what's up, Larry? Good to see you, dude. What's Mambo? Was that like a gay Aussie version of Mambo? Was a surfing company in Australia that did clothing. Dougie's a big fan of Jane Silva. Go with Jesus. He's the son of God. True. I'm getting radicalized. I'm feeling like the 90s radicalized. Dougie, don't turn your Dougie, are you hyped to watch Tom Nolan? I am bloody hyped to watch Tom Nolan again. Might as well pick Ceruz. Look at the community prediction. What are the community predictions? Lemos, Suarez. Oh my god, 93% Lemos and Suarez. I might as well pick Suarez. Yeah. Imagine hitting okay. Mr. Juru's edits used to be goated. Juru's edits were goated. Yeah. Dougie barks like Gene Silva when he fights. No, I don't. Brother, scroll up. Sorry, Justin Kennedy. Where am I? Damas can't kick because he's got the ankle shackles on. I did read that one, mate. I did read that one. Oh, you're telling me about this? I'm looking for Tatiana Suarez. Oh, right there. That's not her. That's not my wife. No, that is absolutely not her. No, that is not my wife. Suarez is on the early... Yeah, there we go. Olga, no. Bro is literally illiterate. I am... No, my microphone was in the way. My microphone was in the way of Tatiana Suarez's name. My microphone pops out in front of the screen. That's all it was. Yes, I know. There is usually the best looking guys, I guess. All right, where am I up to? Natalia Silva. That's who my wife is. I knew Nacho could it. Bro cannot afford to read. Bro's literate. Yeah, Natalia Silva. That's my wife. Picking Suarez by a grappling difference. Lemos is basically the female Cheeto Vera. I am still not going to pick the women's fight because I don't care how much the community is locked in on this one. I'm not picking it. Oh god, chat is becoming goonery again. It is, mate. Picking Suarez easily. Lemo is useful at fighter. Should I pick Suarez? Dougie sent me his vision board and it's just Gene Silver and Brenda. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Nacho. I bark along to Dougie's intro music, so do I. The dyslexia is evolving into dementia. It's not. My fucking microphone stand is in front of this side of the screen. There's a whole fucking setup. Look, my microphone is right there in front of the screen, like that. That's all it was. I just didn't see her because my microphone stand was in front of the screen. That's all it was. What's up, Trollster? I'm stiff. All right, stop it, Trollster. Turning the night for Dougie. Have a good night. Help me. Turning in for the night. Have a good one. Good night. Imagine flexing that Suarez is your... I know. That was retarded. Dougie is going to secretly pick the women MMA after the stream ends. I can't. They're all locked in. I've been training so hard to marry Valentina Shevchenko. Yeah, based. This fight is literally a layup. All right, I'll do it. Lemo, Suarez. What is she going to win? Decision. All women's fights are decisions. There you go. Alice Pereira is a huge favorite. I still don't trust women's MMA. I don't. Dougie mispronouncing on purpose to hide from the... Exactly, too smelly. Classic serve move, blaming the microphone. You saw it! You literally saw it! Dougie, the UFC logo in the back is cropped. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Good morning. What's up, Antoine? How are you, dude? Careful where you point the camera. There you go. Fix the sign at the back. Jesus Christ. Fucking autistic chat. I forgot. Oh, snapper behind the set. Yeah, there you go. We're all so mad when Valentina is coming home with me. Dude, I know Christian Graham, my brother. There is a battle for Valentina's wifeydom. Suarez is probably going to finish her with ground and pound, not going to lie. All right. You know what, Ali, since you're the best picker in here, we'll go with a finish. Valentina would bruise your knob. She really would. Shevchenko's crusty lips on a stiff one would feel like sandpaper, and this is true. When we suck dick, there is no spit. We literally do not glaze. We do not know what glazing is. And this is true. There is no glazing. Oh, fucking hell. Fix your hat. Shut up! Now, here. Alright, where should I put the chat so I can actually see the screen? I'll put the chat there. I'll do it like that. Alright. Leave Dougie alone. He's not literate. He's not illiterate. He's just dyslexic. Thank you. I'm extremely Asian. That's right. I'm not illiterate. I'm just dyslexic. Still not fully there. I don't give a fuck. Was Mambo like the surfing equivalent to Affliction? It actually was, yeah. Yeah, it was. Guru, Bedtime, and Flukas all picked against Alice Pereira. There you go. Fix your hat. Fix your mic. Shut up. I dead ass might. Claudio, I can't believe this. There you go. Fix the logo. Shut up. Valentina is my woman. Tatiana via rear naked choke, round 1. There you go. Fix the chat. Dougie isn't dumb. He's just Australian. This is true. All right, moving on. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's right. Claudio Padellis is a jiu-jitsu maggot. Claudio Padellis, there is 2 reasons why you should never pick Claudio Padellis, and I'll tell you why. Number 1, I'm pretty sure this is him. He's not Canadian. He's not Canadian. Well, then there's only one reason to never pick Claudio Padellis. He's fucking jiu-jitsu. And we never, ever pick jiu-jitsu. He is going to Paul Craig Max, pull guard, and be ground and pounded to a finish, just like every Paul Craig fight in the second round. This is true. Dougie isn't dumb, he's Australian. Remember Claudio Padellis versus Dan Hooker? Hilarious fight. I don't remember that one, to be honest. Super shotgun. That happened a while ago. The rage bait is for the fighter matrix. That's fair enough. I do deserve that. Padellis is a victim. He is a victim. Dougie gives me good teacher vibes of the class take advantage of. That's exactly what happens, corporatism. Mumbo Poo Shooter is goated. Yeah, we love Mambo. That's such a dog shit fight it is, mate. I refuse to pick Puellas. Yeah, you can never pick Puellas. Puellas has no D in his name. Puellas, whatever. Who's jiu-jitsu and why are we fucking him? Exactly, Eric. See, Silva is awful at grappling, though. He should win, but no, it's gonna be ground and pound. Have you seen the clip of Rogan salivating on the topic of a big hog? I haven't. Disgusting. Right. What's up, B Fatty? How are you, dude? Get out of there with that Canadian sneak diss. I was going to say never pick a Canadian fighter. Now, this one is massive. Jose Medina, what a fucking warrior, mate. He pushes everyone to their limits. Jose Medina, one of the hardest fights you're ever going to get. When you see Jose Medina up on your fight card, you know that whoever is going in there for a fucking war. And I think, no, Medina's fucking high level shit, mate. And I think that we can all agree that when Dusko Todorovic gets the win over someone of high quality as Jose Medina, we can start looking for a Dusko Todorovic versus a Brendan Allen, a Paulo Costa. Like, the level of Medina is so high that when Todorovic climbs that mountain, we can be looking at a mid-ranked fight for middleweight for Dusko, a Costa, a Vittori. Yeah. This is, I think, obviously Dusko's going to win, but fuck me, Jose Medina. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. He's a hard man to finish. Hard man to finish. Fuck it, we're picking Silva, even though he's awful. Claudio is worse. Exactly, mate. Please don't put ads on this. I'm sorry, B Fatty. The Rogan clip is so fucked. Someone put it in the Discord. Now I'm in the tough situation. If I keep my pick on Puellas and he loses, I'll rage. But if I change my pick and he wins, I'll be mortified. I hate those kind of picks, Jim. I really do. Medina's a warrior, mate. Derek Moneybergs would submit all of you bums. No, he wouldn't be, Fatty. Remember in English when BJJ Chad Tokos brutally slept the Aussie Cuck Junior I do remember that, Larry. Yes, I actually do remember that, and I hate it. You got to look it up. Might be one of the funniest Rogan clips. Yeah, someone put it in the Discord for me, please. Remember when you picked Paul Craig last week? I literally didn't. Todorovic is winning. He is. Chris, it doesn't concern you that Mike Malott is a Canadian's biggest prospect? That should concern Chris, absolutely. Though, you got any tips for improving my boxing and landing more in fights? Start jabbing. Start with the jab. Notice which way your fighter is circling. Learn to cut them off. Medina is tough. No, Medina's one of the hardest fights you're going to get. He's grappling. He's punch power. He's defense. He's forward pressure attack. Jose Medina. Oh, I'll tell you what. What are you smoking and where can I find some? Trust me. Medina is a warrior, mate. Dusko by decision, probably. Jose Medina is a punching. No, but Jose Medina is one of the highest level middleweights you're going to get. And we absolutely should be looking for a ranked opponent after this. He's 11-5 on a 3-fight losing streak. What the hell are you talking about? Listen, you guys don't understand how tough Medina is. He could easily... Jose Medina is like Gordon Levitt. Jared Gordon, sorry. He should be ranked. He's just had a few things not go his way, but he should be ranked. Medina's one of the toughest fights at middleweight. One of the biggest challenges you can get. Yeah. People forget, man. There's a clip of Joe Rogan talking about how he wishes he was a woman sometimes so he can... No, there fucking isn't. I don't believe that. 0 wins in the UFC, even lost his Contender Series fight. Again, he's had one of those unlucky careers. When you really look at him skill for skill, I'd probably rate Jose Medina around 90 out of 100. I'm putting all my money on Gene Silva. Good move, mate. Do you have Fluffy by knockout? You don't gamble. What are you talking about? You got Fluffy by knockout? Have you got Fluffy by knockout? No. Rogan been to Diddy parties? Yeah, absolutely. Fluffy is overrated. No, Fluffy's a go, man. We love Fluffy. Hard man to finish? A hard man to finish. Rogan likes dudes? Yeah, he is, mate. Dougie's boxing? Islam's better than Islam's boxing? True. Dougie's boxing advice? Proper improvising off the spot? Yes. Picking Quang Lebec, I have no idea who the fuck Santiago Leo. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I agree. I have the exact same notes. I'm rooting for Chad Hardy. I'm rooting for Fluffy, mate. Dougie has hands like Canelo. People, they forget, man. The highest middleweights are welterweights. True. You said Paul Craig was the lock of the cut. I literally never said that. Dougie is the new Freddie Roach. I'm just making it up. Who wins in a squirt off? Ooh, Vander Janarona or Josiane Nunes? Ooh, I would say Vander Janarova because it's been so long since anyone fucked her. It'd be built up. Rogan actually said that? That's fucking gay. Picking Quang Lee because I hate Luna's nickname. Yeah, no, I'm going obviously with Quang Lee. Because I don't know who the fuck Santiago Luna is. It's probably going to be a decision. Most low-level fights are. Alex Hernandez versus Carlos Diego Ferreira. Now, I know that Guru absolutely loves Carlos Diego Ferreira. I know that Guru wants to glaze Carlos Diego Ferreira. I know that the MMA Guru loves saying the name Carlos Diego Ferreira again and again and again. And I know that MMA Guru has picked Carlos Diego Ferreira. But the MMA Guru is wrong. Hernandez is going to chin him in the first round. He's on a massive roll. Super shotgun. I couldn't agree with you more. He's on a massive... What's up, JT O'Neill? How are you? Picking Quang Lee because I hate the nickname. Fair enough. Speaking of Costa, who you got? Brazilian Chad or Middle Eastern Cyclops? The Brazilian Chad. Paulo Costa. There could be, or it'll be taken out of context of me hanging a poet about how easy women have it. He could be doing that, Capatheist. Yeah, maybe. Joe Rogan is gay as fuck. Yeah, I hate that. I don't know what to say. Someone find the clip and put it in the Discord for me, please, and I'll hate it. What is Gilbert Urbina versus Todd Duffy bullshit? What's this Gilbert Urbina versus Todd Duffy bullshit? I know, mate. I know. You guys know that it'll be called if they made a co-main. You guys know what it would be called if they made a co-main event of Medina versus Aljo or Asuka? What would it be called, Larry? Big Bang Quang Lee. Hernandez is going to chin him. Yep. Diego is going to tap Alex. Yep. CDF easily wins this fight. Not going to lie. Alex Hernandez is going to gas out and get subbed by the end of round 2. Carlos Diego Ferreira is 40 years old. He's going to gas out. Carlos Diego Ferreira is going to gas out. He's so fucking old, mate. He's going to die. And I know it's the year of the young, but not at this level. It's too far. Guru's picks of shit? Yes. Diego Ferreira is going to dog walk that goof? No. I got Hernandez too? Yes. Hernandez fights like a retard. It's MMA. They're all retarded. He beat Chase Hooper. He's going to get schooled by Carlos Diego Pereira. Yeah, I don't think so, Ali. We disagree on this one. I don't have a Discord, but O sent him on Instagram. Shit has me dead. Can you send it to me on Instagram? You sent them on Instagram, but you sent them to my Instagram. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Would you accept a free jiu-jitsu lesson from Paul Craig? Yes, I would. It'd be a funky comb Medina, of course. Now, Larry, that kind of dad joke is strictly for two smelly fingers. CDF didn't gas out against Rebecca. He's definitely on the sauce. That's a good point. And Rebecca pushes a pace. That's a good point. He said he'll take it easy on you. I mean, Paul Craig would hurt me for all the things that I've said about him. WA is so corrupt. They all are. Please, God, help me get through this time on the internet. They all are. I could literally make a case for all of them. Let's move on. Kelvin Gastelum versus the last native German man on the planet. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Kelvin Gastelum. A fat Mexican man that is a welterweight versus the last German man with no chin. I'm not going to lie. This fight had me scratching my head for a hot minute. And you know that the game that we play on the channel of me trying to stay in the top 10s has really gotten into my head and is living rent-free in my head when I'm thinking about a Kelvin Gastelum, Dustin Stoltzfus fights for any more than 10 minutes. If I spend any more of my week, more than 10 minutes thinking about that fight, the game that we play together on this chat has gotten into my head too much. I think the fat Mexican welterweight is going to beat the glass chin of the last German man on the planet. I think Gastelum's going to finish him. Thank you, Craig. Paul Craig teaches you how to make your beard grow with pussy juice. I mean, Paul Craig knows how to do it. As if anyone knows, I am the punniest guy on the... You are one of the punniest guys here, Larry. Yeah, Paul Craig would give you the body kick of doom. He would, and I'd fucking vomit everywhere. Dustin Stoltzfus might win this. One grappling difference. I hope so anyway. I fucking hate Kelvin Gastelum. Fair enough, Ali. I hate it, but Gastelum is winning. That's what I real. Kevin is built like Dougie. I think I'm in better shape than Kelvin Gastelum. I'm more German than that, dude. Fair enough, feral Florida man. Would you rather have Emmett's big meaty hooks or Gamrot's zombie sprawls? Think about it long and hard. I'd rather have Emmett's big meaty hooks. Although the math in my head quickly, probably only 1,700 hours. Although doing the math in my head quickly, it's probably only on 1,000 and several hundred hours. I'm not sure what we're talking about there. Sydney is not corrupt. They're all corrupt. The most German is the blonde Neanderthal guile in Octagon. The most German man left. There you go. Gastelum is an unstoppable force of nature. In a way, he is. I didn't know Kelvin was fighting Dougie this weekend. I'm not the last German man, Justin Kennedy. Gastelum should get cut if he loses. Lucky to still have a job right now. Yes, but the UFC have spent so much money on him, and he's an easy fighter to put on Mexican cards. This one is going to fuck up the pick rate as well. This one is going to suck, yeah. Piper couldn't stop the blob. Exactly. If Piper can't stop the blob, the last German on the planet isn't. You must not have been watching the same podcast I was. Don't think so, too smelly. Decision? Oh, I could see a decision. Yeah, Fastlin by decision. Fair enough. Jared Gordon by decision. Rafa Garcia as a certified jobber. Deadass punching bag. I completely agree with you there. Jared Gordon. I used to say one of the most underrated fighters in MMA, but everyone says he's the most underrated fighter in MMA, and you can't be the most underrated fighter in MMA if everyone says you're underrated, because everyone knows you're underrated, so you can't be underrated. Is Costa still banging Brian Ortega's ex? Oh, yeah, mate. Fucking running through her nightly. No, I think they broke up. I think Costa just pumped her and dumped her. You'd know all about that, wouldn't you? Now watch the chat go, it wasn't Brian. It wasn't Brian Ortega's fault. Brian Ortega's a good dude. Oh, don't bring that up. Jared, I almost want to pick Gastelum, but I'm just not sure I can bring myself to do it. I understand, Larry. I completely do, mate. I completely do. Kelvin is built like a whiskey barrel. Yeah, I think I'm in better shape than the round Kelvin Gastelum. I'm so tired of Fatslim costing freebies and journeyman just to keep his job despite constantly losing and missing weight. He's so annoying and pampered. Yes, but you forget, Super Shotgun, that Dana White lives off the semen of Mexican men. Kelvin is pregnant with tacos and birria. I mean, it's fucking delicious. Birria is so good. Tasmania's not corrupt. They're all corrupt. Would you do a cheeky hot spoon of Crystal with Harry Hardwick? No. Gastelum's grappling looked awful against Sean Brady. Yes, this is true. Yes. Kelvin is the lineal champion? No. Not anywhere near as he used to be. He's not that guy, just a popular opinion. He's not gay, just a popular opinion to hate. Nowhere near as much of a fan as I used to be. He's not gay. Oh, Rogan? Fair enough, Capatheist. Yeah, fair enough. Gordon has bad luck. He does, mate. Tasmania isn't corrupt before their government is a bunch of wallabies. They're literally just wallabies. Pfeiffer could have easily put this guy out in round 1 if he got better combos. Hell, even round 2 had the front headlock, which he let go for the big KO. Yes, but Pfeiffer is very much like Marvin Vittori. He's just a 1-2. That wasn't a 1-2. That was a Tito Ortiz death sentence 1-2. But you know what I'm saying. We were getting robbed of Gordon battering Bobby Green. We were, mate. Ortega is a child brain retard. Fuck Ortega. Yes, Ali. There you go. Dougie fears the Eagles' rebirth. I really don't. He'd all know about that. The cost of pump and dump. Your brother, he'd know all about that. The cost of pump and dump. My brother would know all about the pump and dump. Yep. He's dog shit, showing his hog. What a hog. Quite a hog. Brian Ortega Mov, the real eagle. There you go. I burnt my finger on a Pop-Tart. You're retarded. Ortega lost his girl because he passed out for 30 minutes to try and get my beak removed. And then Paulo Costa mounted her and was just diving on in her guts. Brian Ortega is a bum, rank squatter, and pull-out merchant. Then making excuses for his last weight cut. Because he came in to fight week 2 fat. Fuck him. Yes, there you go. Tasmania doesn't have anything worth corrupting, unfortunately. It has a beautiful landscape. Ortega is washed beyond belief. Just retire, buddy. I agree. What about a lovely syringe of heroin under the beard with Jared Gordon? No, I don't think I would, Christian Grey. People forget, man. Tasmania just entered the Stone Age. True. Wonderful trees, though. If they make you believe they aren't corrupt, that means they're extra corrupt. That's how well the corruption runs in Tasmania. Another one of those fights where I'm picking the favorite because who the fuck is David Martinez, man? Who the fuck is... I've kind of wanted to pick Martinez. I even watched his regional fights, Ali. I watched the combat sport... What are they called? World Combat? Combat World? Where is the champion? I think Rob Font is going to crafty vet him. Even after watching his region, I've watched 2 regional fights, his last fight in the UFC and his Contender Series fight. I think Rob Font's going to crafty vet him. I really do, man. Some guy in Hobart just lost his shit after lighting the first fire there. Direct footage from Hobart. Tier list of fighters you've been scared to meet in real life. Ooh, that's a good one. Tier list of fighters I'd be scared to meet in real life. Islam Makhachev, Umar Nurmagomedov, Saeed Nurmagomedov, Magomed Ankalaev. You know the ones. Costa has that Dougie hairline. I've got a great fucking hairline, thank you. Costa seriously pumped and dumped your brother. No. How does this affect Eamon Zahabi's legacy? True 2209. How does it? Tito trains 9 days a week. Thoughts on Dricus du Plessis? He's never going to be champ again. Ortega is molting. He really is. People forget, man, Brian Battle got cut for having too fat of a hog. I don't think that's why Brian Battle got cut. Did you butter your Pop-Tart? Did you butter your Pop-Tart, whoever burnt your finger? Rob Font wins? Yes, I think Rob Font crafty vets. I'm going with decision. I think Rob Font crafty vets. They do have Tasmanian Devils, though, moving there on Crypt. Tasmanian Devils will eat through your fucking toes at night while you sleep, mate. I deadass thought Rob Font was fighting on the other Martinez, the leg kicks kid, and thought, holy shit, Rob Font is limping home after this. But yeah, no, different Martinez, you racist. Fuck! And now the main event. I've made it very clear who I think is going to win this fight. Silva, decision. There you go, boys. These are my picks. These are my picks. I'm going with... the Viking bloke from Tough. I liked him. Good kid. I'm not going to pick Alex Pereira because it's women's MMA. She's 19 years old. I don't care what could happen here. Not interested. But I am going to enjoy the booty that will be on display. I am picking Alessio Costa, round 1, because I don't know who Aiden Collaria is, and I couldn't be bothered watching any regional tape. So there we go. I'm picking Zachary Reese to sleep Cedric Dumbass. And then instead of rushing Cedric Dumbass to the hospital in an ambulance, put him in a fucking prison where he belongs. He's a retard. He should be in jail. I'm picking Leguru. I don't think there's anything wrong with losing to Ode Osborne on your first fight. I think that's respectable. I'm picking Tatiana Suarez because the chat told me to. I'm picking Jacqueline Silva to get it done over Pudelia or Cordio Pules because Pules is a jiu-jitsu nerd. I'm obviously picking Dusko Todorovic to get it over the uphill battle that is the 9 out of 10 fighter, Jose Medina, and we'll be looking for a Paulo Costa, Brendan Allen in the rankings next. I'm picking Quang Lee because I have no idea who Santiago Luna is. I'm picking Alexander Hernandez because Carlos Diego Ferreira is 40 years old. I'm picking Kelvin Gastelum because he pushed Israel Adesanya to the very brink of life and death and did okay in the 3rd round against Joe Pyfer. And Dustin Stoltzfus is glass chinny. I'm picking Jared Gordon because he should have won every fight he's ever fucking been in. I'm picking Rob Font because Rob Font is literally Rob Font. He's one of the best boxers in the UFC. David Martinez is a boxer, but there are levels to this game. And I am picking Gene Silva to put a big session on Diego Lopes. I think if Volk can touch up Diego Lopes, Gene Silva, who is shorter, faster, and more powerful, will be able to put it on Diego Lopes as well. Diego Lopes was also having hands put on him by the slow Ige. Diego Lopes has good grappling, but I think Gene Silva will be able to mitigate it and punish Diego Lopes. Ladies and gentlemen, these are my picks. I am now locked in. There we go. I'll read the chat. All right, where am I up to? Sorry, boys. I just wanted to recap everything nice and easily for everyone. Okay, where am I up to? Let's go. Deadass thought Rob Font was fighting the other Martin. We did that one. Rob Font is a weird case, though. He is chinny, but he is not at the same time. He gets rocked every fight, but never slept. Yeah, I don't think Rob Font's ever been... I think this is a weird stat. Rob Font's ever been slept. He'll get hit, but I don't think he's ever been slept, right? Pyfer would be at the bottom of the list because you got to do is throw jalapenos at it. My stomach still hurts to this day. Just carry a piece of bacon around them and then you'll punk those no matter metal. That is true. I mean, that's why I always keep... Like, my mum, who's Eastern European, used to always keep onion in her pocket for vampires, but instead I keep bacon in my pocket because there could be a Muslim around. I thought you feared the tougher boys. No, why would I fear a fat blob? Wish the Rosa fight wasn't cancelled. Rob Font would have destroyed him. I actually really like the Rosa matchup as well. To see Rob Font beat the fuck out of him. Gun saw meal about it. Nah, I'm better. Tassie having nothing for it, but it's why we left. Gun sawmill about it. Nah, I'm just bitter about Tassie having nothing going for it. That's why we left. Tassie is just beautiful. That's all that it has there. Silver decision? Silver decision. Yeah, silver decision. Yeah. I think Diego Lopes is really hard to finish. Yeah. Dominic Reyes will silence the fuck out of the Perth crowd 100%. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Silver is probably going to sleep him. I think Diego Lopes has got a really tough chin. Trying to rush the stream to keep it under 20. No, I was just surmising. Why did you say would Crafty vet their way to the win? Who did you say would Crafty vet their way to a win last week and got destroyed? I don't remember. I know I've said it before 1,000 times. I don't remember Mr. C, no. Silva via round 2 sparking. Don't think so. I think Lopez has got a really good chin. How good is Jose Aldo Jr. got robbed by Zahalbo and Batista, who put a clinic on Tatiana Suarez's wife? Jacqueline Silva gave Salakrim a lot of problems on the feet. He wins by a late second round. So everyone seems to be thinking second round TKO. Okay, I believe in Lopez's chin. Just how good is Steve Erceg for weathering the storm that is Ode Osborne? Pretty fucking good, to be honest. You can still tell which women's fighters will win by the soles of their feet. True. True. We don't want to see their profile pictures. We want to see the soles of their feet. Diego gets dog walked. That's what I think. Let's bring up some photos. No. Just realized we should test the power of our collective influence in the world by trying to popularize a new slang term of our creation. I nominate buttered her Pop-Tart as a fun euphemism for creaming her pie. Yeah, let's see how far Dougie's Corner gets into the zeitgeist by saying, I buttered her Pop-Tart. Unfortunately, Larry, I think people already say that as a euphemism. If Stoltzfus beats Faslam, I'm starting Izzy is overrated propaganda all throughout the chat. And I will back that, Ali. Silver is a nerd and loses by KO. I don't think he will, MMA Master. I disagree. Jose Aldo at 50 years old, going down and beating Vera Font, Mahino Zahalbo, and Bumtista is legitimately a better resume than Aspinall's. Yeah, but Aspinall's not swimming in a very deep pool. That's not that much of a hot take, K-Dot. I mean, who's Aspinall beat? Most of the top 10, but most of the top 10 at heavyweight are dog shit. I've seen Rob Font do the chicken dance so many times. He will do the chicken dance, but he won't go to sleep. Calvin Gastelum, 2025 light heavyweight champ? Maybe. Isn't it garlic for vampire? That's the one. Garlic, thank you. My wife puts garlic in all my backpacks and motorbikes to ward off the evil spirits. Yeah, you're there you go. It's a thing that women do. 100, it's a lock. Lopes by guillotine or Gene Silva by having a fat hog. On Gene Silva's fat hog. No, I think Gene Silva will be able to survive any Lopes guillotine. Reyes is not beating Alberg. Isn't Aussie land just beautiful all over? Yes, but Tasmania is especially beautiful. Alberg is overrated. I think Alberg is overrated. I've been saying Lopes submits Silva, and I'm sticking by it. Fair enough, Justin Kennedy. This is why we all submit our own picks, and then on Monday we come back and we get our dicks out and we measure. I Dougie'd her corner. Bro, I'm not talking about Jacqueline Silva. Oh, fair enough, K-Dot. I'm a retard. I still don't know who anyone but Kelvin is, but after seeing that picture, I'm glad I picked Gene Silva on the poll. That's a very punchable face on Lopes. Lopes is a good kid. I just don't think he's going to win. I nominate I crusted her cape. Now this. See, Larry, Nacho is thinking 10 steps ahead of the game. I crusted her cape. There we go. I butted so many Pop-Tarts around these parts. Yeah. There you go. Do you go for Aussie events? Do I go for Aussie events? Do you mean do I go to Aussie MMA events? I've only ever been to one, but I do have tickets to go to another one. No way that's not already a thing. Have you heard of that? I butted her biscuits thing, but not. I think I have, but maybe I've just thought it to myself with so many retarded times we've had in chat, Larry. Who has a better chin out of Font or Whittaker? Font does. Font has a better chin. Whittaker's been slept and will get slept again. And it's probably getting knocked out right now. Buttered her Pop-Tart in that fateful dairy day. I buttered her Pop-Tart. What the fuck are you even talking about, K-Dot? That's not even an argument to make heavyweight a soda. Yeah, I agree. Do you own a gun? Oh, Mitch, I'm in Australia. I feel uncomfortable after you grunted like that after reading my comment. Not too bad. Too bad. Impression of young Dougie's teacher finding a rotten onion in his school pack. What the fuck is this? Oh! I gargled her girdle. Yes. Do you see Prates becoming champ? No. Not a welterweight. No, it's too stacked. No. Sean Brady is the welterweight champ. Sean Brady's the next welterweight champ. It's a matter of time. Jose Aldo was a heavyweight. He'd be Chris Baynott. If Jose Aldo was a heavyweight, he'd be Cyril Gahn. I think on Sportsbet, Silva by sub is like 14-1. You think I can hit? You think it can hit? Yeah, it can hit. Yeah, that's worth a sprinkle. Yeah. John Silva. Oh, Silva by sub? No. Lopes by sub. Yes. Silva by sub? No. Don't even bother sprinkling on that one. No, don't. If you butter your biscuit in Australia, you should be jailed. This is true. Capathius is right. Whittaker is fighting big-ass powerful dudes. Cannonier, Romero. I know, but Whittaker has been slept. And also, you have to remember that when you're saying who's got the better chin, Whittaker or Rob Font. Whittaker's jaw has literally given up. I feel like his teeth have fallen out before. You know. Retarded times in chat. What are you talking about? Yeah, I know, Larry. Now, Larry, you're here. I want to talk to you. I'm happy you're here. I've been thinking about this, mate. And I've been saying to chat while you haven't been here. I don't mean this in any sort of mean or malicious way or anything like that. I think I might start a new group Tapology picks page because I feel bad for you having to moderate the picks page, like let people into the channel. But also there's certain people on the picks Discord that I don't want in there anymore because they don't do anything and they just waste my time when I go through it every single week. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Tapped in as Dougie's Corner. Let's go to Dougie's Corner. Let's go to my groups, which is Larry's group, which is owned by Larry, and I appreciate you doing it. We wouldn't have had all this fun, Larry, without you setting up this group. Group members, right. There's people in the group. I think Tone Olk is one of them. No, Tone Olk's not one of them. Tapturo. He's one of them. Look, people in the group like Tapturo. He's never made a single pick. He should be kicked out of the group, I think. He should be kicked out of the group. There's other people like this. Skynet. Skynet doesn't make picks. It's a waste of time me clicking on him every single day. Every single Monday when we're going through it. He should be kicked out of the group. I think Cunt is another one. No, Cunt isn't another one. I don't remember who they are. But when I go through them one by one, I notice that there's people that just don't make picks. Strike. There's another one. Doesn't make picks. So they just waste time. And if I was in charge of the group, I could just go along and kick them out while I'm doing the Monday recap, Larry. I don't expect you to be on top of all of this because you have a full-time job. You're a fucking adult. You've got shit to do. So allowing people into the group and then moderating who's in the group and kicking them out, I don't expect you to have the time to do that. That would be retarded of me to ask you to do that. So I think I might start a new Dougie's Corner Tapology group. And that way, when I go through them on Mondays, I can kick them out and kick them in. Come guzzling thunder cunt. Disgusting. Does Gene get a title shot with a win? Depends on how impressive it is and whether or not he gets injured. I tongue punch my mum's fart box. That is a saying in Australia. I just kangaroo to a roo. That's not a saying in Australia, but it should be. Pop-Tarts were so good as a kid, but I can't look at them now because they're fucking disgusting. What foods did you enjoy as a youngin, but can't stand now? Fruit Loops. I really liked Fruit Loops as a kid. But yeah, not anymore. Favorite kind of nuts other than Magomet's? Macadamia. I love macadamia nuts. If Jose Aldo was 90 pounds heavier, he'd just be fat and slow as the rest of the heavyweights. Well, you'd have to assume that there'd be a stocky heavyweight with very good boxing. And the closest to that is probably now Pavlovich, right? New Pavlovich. The Pavlovich that doesn't get knockouts. True, broke his jaw with a jab. Yep. Pistachio's got number one. Big H was on point. Pistachios are good. I do like pistachios. I have 48 mega pack of Pop-Tarts. That's disgusting, feral Florida man. Larry, he's lying. You're shit at moderating. I'm not saying Larry shit at moderating. I really appreciate Larry for setting up the group. I think it's fucking awesome. And it's made something really awesome. Fuck it out of the top 10. Let's start it. Fuck, I'm out of the top 10. Let's start a new Tapology group. Here's the thing. If I start a new Tapology group, all of your pick percentages go into the new one automatically because it's your profiles in one group. It wouldn't affect the top 10 at all. It would just be a way for me to cleanse out all the time wasters in the Tapology group. But Ali and Paul and Help Me and Nacho, all the guys that are ahead of me in picks, you're still going to be ahead of me in pick. Your profile still has your pick percentage. It doesn't change the top 10. Yeah, I agree. Kick Skynet to the train tracks because he's Indian, not because he's Indian. Stop it. The absolute disrespect to Larry. I'm being very respectful and nice to Larry. Okay, where am I with Larry? Well, I appreciate the thought genuinely, and it's all good if you want to do that, but I'll be meaning to make you a mod so you can do it if you just need to. Just go check. But I've been meaning to make you a mod on it so you can do any of that if you need to. Just did. Then that's perfect. That's honestly perfect. If you make me a mod and it works, that's absolutely perfect. All right, let me refresh and see how we go. Then we don't need to make a new group. That's absolutely perfect, Larry. Let's have a look. Let's refresh. All right. Manage. Oh, there it is. There's a bright red manage button. So now with Tapturo, I can kick him out of the group. How do I kick him out of the group? Revoke membership. Tapturo will be removed from the group. Revoke. Done. Larry, all good. All good. All good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And now, pending requests, I can let people into the group as well. Except, yeah, perfect, Larry. Perfect. Thank you for setting this up, man. I appreciate it. I didn't know you could make me a moderator on the group. I've never had a Tapology group. I didn't know you could do that. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Excellent. All right. Then the group's not going to change. The group lives on. The group lives on in totality. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you setting up the group. I know we can have arguments, but I wasn't trying to be a dick because we argue sometimes. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. For shizzle my whizzle. You're my whizzle, Larry. You're my whizzle. All right, let's read on. The absolute disrespect to Larry. I wasn't disrespecting Larry. Vegetables are like anal sex. If you're forced to have them as a child, you won't enjoy them as an adult. I don't mind veggies. I don't mind veggies at all. Dougie wants to ban any friendship competition now that he's out of the top 10. I'm still in the top 10, actually. Thank you very much. Vanity pick with 12 cherry, 12 strawberries. Vanity pick with 12 cherry, 12 strawberries. I have no idea what you're talking about. The argument is so retarded. It's like saying if GSP was 3 weight classes, he wouldn't have been trained with Fidel. I wouldn't train with the dad. So I develop his jiu-jitsu. I wouldn't have the fight IQ in the wrestling. Why am I getting DMs telling me Dougie said in his live he is more extreme than me? Are people DMing you? There you go, Tim. Play the clip of Dana yelling at the reporter at the Canelo presser. Yes. Why the fuck not? Let's go to that. Yes, let's do that. Let me read some more chats. Good idea, Nacho. Let's do that. And then we'll get out of here. An hour and a half. We'll get out of here. I saw a post where it's like, what's your mate's favorite memory of JDM? And I'm like, bruh, he dethroned the plague for it. I know. Like, your best memory of JDM. Well, actually, my favorite memory of JDM is him kneeing fucking Bilal Muhammad in the face. Beautiful, get the cunts out. Yeah, Larry, now we're working together, mate. Now we're working together. I don't know what the fuck it's about, bro. I'll trust you and I'll give it to you. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. Capathius, you should have claimed it because he didn't know that. There you go. I'm trying to join the group. You should be in now, Sam. You should be in. I just accepted everybody. You should be in now, Sam. You just retired. Okay. I can eat 10 Pop-Tarts a day and stay healthy. No, you can't. I fucking love steamed broccoli and I have no idea why. Yeah, I like steamed broccoli with a bit of cheese on it. Oof. So good. The way you started that off, I thought you guys voted me off the island or something. No. I just know how, you know, MMA YouTube and how much of a fucking high school it can be with the people in the chat, Larry, and how fragile everyone's egos are. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've been on other MMA YouTube chats, but everyone is like pissy over every small thing. So I was just trying to avoid that. What happened at the press conference? I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up. Dana White at the Canelo press conference. If you want to be a dick about it. Dana White. There we go. Listen, if you want to be an asshole about it. Yeah, let's bring up the press conference. Let's have a look, chat. Stop typing, chat. This goes for 2 minutes. Oh, thank you, Nacho. I appreciate it. It's all right. We're right here. I'll catch up with some chats and then we'll do it. I fucking love Steam, bro. We did that one. The way you started that, we did that one. Hate for metabolistic fuck. Me too, K-Dot. Every time you revoke a member, you must perform a gladiator scene where Caesar tilts his thumb up and down depending if they stay. Yes, why not? This isn't total drama island, bro. But some MMA YouTube chats are. How happy are you for the next week after JDM broke Bilal's face and took his stuff? Oh, so, mate, I was loving it. I literally crashed my van into my apartment building that week, and I was still in a good fucking mood. I thought for a moment Dougie was actually going to say, actually, I don't mind anal sex. No, damn streams are getting shorter every day. They're not. They're literally not. It's been an hour and 38 minutes. I used to do an hour only a day. The streams have actually gotten longer every day, Justin Kennedy. Eat a giant dick. Dead set, watched JDM on Eternal in like 2017. Thinking I would fight him one day. No shit, Herzog. There you go, man. What happened at the press conference? We're going to bring it up. Now Jim is beefing with K-Dot. Outside of the West way, like I know that's chop busting. Yeah, we love Jim. We aren't going to accept Tapturo getting banned. He literally did nothing. He never made a single pick. Boiled carrots are fucking scrumptious. Boiled carrots are good. I agree. Favorite JDM memory is from the press conference. I don't think that's actually his son. Yeah, that's so good, dude. Oh, man. Justice for Taptura. Shut up. I just requested to join. I just closed the window, Sam. I'll let you in on Monday when we do our recap. Still make your picks. They'll still come up in the group. So still make your picks for this weekend, Sam. And they will still come up in the group. So don't worry. I'll accept you in on Monday when I have the page back up or maybe towards the end of the stream. I just got this window open right now. But still make your picks for this weekend. They'll still be in the group. Larry and Dougie are like an old married couple. Yeah, we're all like a bunch of brothers in this chat, which means we argue all the fucking time. But we're still mates. You can't be a contender without a dent in your work vehicle. This is true. Broccoli goes hard with some salt. It does, mate. Thank you for standing in my honor, by the way, Chris. It's all good. Little does he know, by accepting the manager role, Dougie just infected his computer with a virus of my own creation that'll allow me to change any video he's watching with an AI naked guru rickroll every time he goons. I can't wait for that. Ban Michael Viesa? No, Nacho. I heavily agree with Nacho. No, we're not going to ban people. No, we're not going to ban Ulysses. No, we're not going to ban people that have higher picks than us. No. Cedric Dumbass should become a SoundCloud rapper. Fighting ain't for him. You know, he should become a prison rapper. This is the best chat, to be fair. I think it is, JT O'Neill, and thank you for saying it as well. Michael Viesa has stolen our top 3 rankings too many times. If he's better than you, he's better than you. I will join for next weekend's cards because of fuck caring so much for this last one. Fair enough, Christian Grey. Did you see the cringy video of Ian Gary trying to be all hard, saying he will break Paddy's legs just to get at Colby? Dude is like, what? He'll break Paddy's legs just to get at Colby. Dude is the least intimidating top 10 fighter I've ever seen. I haven't seen that, but there's nothing Ian Gary could say that would ever be mildly intimidating. Michael Viesa is a plant from the liberal community to cause dissent in our rankings. If they aren't in chat, ban them. They must have been in chat at some point to get in there. Dumbass with zombie sprawl would be welterweight champion. Not many people can learn it. Fuck dumbass. Poll it? Poll what? You agree we need you to claim your name to be able to compete? No, you agreed we need you to be able to claim your name to be able to compete? Yeah, we do. What's going on? People are raging that there's people better than them in the Tapology group. Poll it? I'm not going to poll it. Michael Viesa is a better picker than you. We need to get better at picks. We don't ban people just because they're better than us. Only Ali is slightly better than me at picks, and I'm still soon to become a 3-time leaderboard champion. You can't. Nacho just became the leaderboard champion. That means you're on 0. I gotta run. I'll catch the replay. I'm a little bit disappointed no one said ban me after yesterday. You're still a commie for liking, however. We don't ban people around here, Tim. We don't ban people around here. Well, we do, but it's very hard to get banned. Although the chat were laughing at you earlier for being an unplugged cyborg that had returned to the future. Ian Gary is a whiny fucker. I hate him. Me too. Ian Gary's cuck p-head should shut up. Someone call Shavkat to humble him again. I agree. Poll for banning the non-active chat members? No. No. I don't know. This isn't a democracy. It's a dictatorship. I'm above Viesa, dickhead. Still fuck him. Poll Viesa ban. I'm not going to ban him. I'm not going to ban him. I'm not going to ban him. You're pink and ain't alive by brutal KO, right? Yes. 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 They're just people joining random groups. I'll think about it. I'm actually raging. I can see that, Justin. Impression of Gary complaining to Dougie White about getting a title shot, but evil Dougie comes out and strangles him. I think I deserve the title shot because I lost to the best of them. Shut up, you little fucker! The problem with Ian's threats is they aren't believable. If he said he'd barely edge out a decision over me, I'd shit my pants because I know he would probably actually do it. True. Nacho is the leaderboard champion. We got the highest picks in chat last week. Oh, do you mean as number 1, or do you mean 3 times in a row for picking the best card? All right, boys, time to overthrow Dagestan. You can't. I'm in channel. I like the cyborg thing. It was cleverly out of left field. They did do good, didn't they? Roast carrots with olive oil. So they are good. Be careful. Ian Gary will decision the shit out of you. I'm so scared about a vegan that gets decisions. What did Tim 2 deserve being banned? He said, Charlie. Okay, all right. Dagestan. That's right. Let's listen to Dana White.
Couple questions for Dana. Dana, this fight, as you said earlier in the week, is set to be the 3rd highest gate in combat sports history. The 2nd biggest gate you've promoted alongside Mayweather McGregor. The top 5 gates in combat sports history come in boxing, and they come in the last 10 years. So my question to you is, why then do you want to make sweeping changes to the Muhammad Ali Reform Act that is meant to protect fighters, to bring about a business model that currently has your company already paid out $300?
You can see him getting redder and redder. You can see him. He starts smiling. Look at him smiling. Oh, yeah, the biggest gates ever. Then they ask about the Muhammad Ali Act. And you can see him getting grumpier and grumpier.
To bring about a business model that currently has your company already paid out $375 million in antitrust lawsuits and has 2 potential pending class action lawsuits on the way as well.
Well, this is obviously a long discussion. If you want to talk to me about that, set up an interview. This isn't about me and my business. It's about these 2 guys on Saturday night.
My follow-up, Dana.
I love when Dana turns into a human stop sign. I know. He gets so angry so easily.
Earlier this week, the California State Athletic Commission had a hearing about TKO trying to bring those changes to the Ali Act. and it was postponed 3 months.
Listen, I get it. You want to showboat right now. Set up an interview with me if this is really what you want to talk about.
It's America, baby.
If you have
First
questions
Amendment.
for these two, ask them and you can set up an interview with me.
Dana, my follow-up is, if TKO can't make those changes to the Ali Act, will you still invest in the sport of boxing? Will you compete in the market?
Listen, if you want to be an asshole, let's do it in private and we can do an interview.
Yes or no?
If you want to showboat, I get it. If you have questions for these two that are fighting on Saturday, that's a different story.
Fight.
This isn't a discussion to have at a press conference for these two that are going to fight on Saturday, two legends. If you want to set up an interview with me and ask
Turkey's raging as well.
me these questions, let's do it one-on-one.
Sounds
and
good.
you can ask me anything you want.
All right. Well, Terrence and Saul have a good fight.
Yeah, you have a question for these two?
No.
No? Beat it. Go ahead.
Beat it, kid. Get the fuck out of here, kid. Where are we up to? Michael Viesa is a white guy who doesn't get hired anywhere because of all the companies want to hire. This is true, Mr. C. I see you're noticing calf kicks as well. That's the type of journalists we need in MMA. We do. Dana says he'll talk during an interview, but he only does interviews with the Nelk boys. I know. He only does people with interviews, chat with yes men. That's a fair answer. No, Capatheist, the journalist was asking him an answer that requires like a 5-minute. He was asking him a question that requires a 5-minute answer. And Dana can't give him a 5-minute answer on that platform. That is true. But it is also funny to watch Dana rage out. I'm surprised he didn't say, what's the fucking question? That's what he usually goes with, Nacho. Yeah. This is America, baby. Damn right. How is this guy showboating and being an arsehole? It seems like a legit question. It is a legit question, but it just requires a very long answer. Dana's whole bitch ass, soon as he's not paid question, he rages out and acts like a clown. Dana about to see that guy in the parking lot. Who was saying fight? I think it was Terrence Crawford. Just beat it, kid. Damn, I don't know who that reporter is. Sean Jettel, great boxing. I know who that reporter is. It's Sean Jettel, great boxing analyst and YouTuber. Okay, nice. I've been subscribed to him for years, watching his streams and chat. Oh, nice one, Chris. There you go. Well, he got a win over Dana White. Charlie goes, we must, he noticed calf kicks. My take, the fact that he didn't immediately agree to doing a full-fledged one-on-one interview where you could get way more out of Dana says that he doesn't really care and was just looking for clout. Didn't he say, let's do that?
Will you still invest in the sport of boxing? Will you compete in the market?
Listen, if you want to be an asshole, let's do it in private and we can do an interview.
Yes or no?
If you want to
Oh, yeah, he goes, yes or no.
showboat, I get it. If you have questions for these two that are fighting on Saturday, that's a different story. This isn't a discussion to have at a press conference for these two that are going to fight on Saturday, two legends. If you want to set up an interview with me and ask me these questions, let's do it one-on-one.
Sounds
and
good.
you can ask me
Sounds good. Yeah, so he does agree to do the interview.
anything you want.
All right. Well, Terrence and Saul have a good fight.
First time he said first amendment. Yeah, he did. That's true.
For these two?
No.
No? Beat it.
I love the beat it at the end. Get the fuck out of here, kid. Fucking beat it. Yeah, if he does the interview, good on him. Yeah, if he does we'll see. Because there was another woman. So there was a woman. She works for CBS. Dana White, fighter pay. And she pushed back on Dana. Here, this chick. She was asking really good fucking questions. Really good questions. She was pushing back.
Duplessis and Chimaev, I think, what did Duplessis make? $1 million base pay?
Ask them. I mean, it's not my place to talk about. That's the other thing, too. There's no gag order on any of these fighters. They could all sit down and do full interviews with you guys on how much they make and what they were paid. They don't want to because they don't want you to know what they got paid. When people find out what you made, it makes life a lot tougher. There's a lot of people sitting around looking for handouts when they find out you made millions of dollars. But any of these fighters, you could do interviews with any of them. They could lay out their entire pay structure for you. But it's kind of weird. None of them do it, right?
Duplessis.
She went in on him a little bit more.
To apply certain characteristics of the UFC. For example, one championship belt, unlike boxing that has 4 major belts. And then you're going to make everybody fight each other when they're supposed to, the best.
Dana's not going to last a year in boxing. He will. He will. Turk Shea is going to make sure he'll be okay. Definitely wasn't Terrence Crawford saying that. Crawford sounds like a man. So maybe it was Canelo. I don't know. I thought it was. I'm not sure. First time he said first he did. Yeah.
Fight the best. But the difference that I'm wondering about is fighter pay. Because historically, boxers in championship matches are making a lot more than UFC fighters in championship matches. So what do you do?
Well,
I highly doubt DDP made millions of dollars in that fight. A couple of 100,000 to $1 million, sure, but not millions. I mean, what was it? It was DDP's. He did Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya, and then Hamzat. So it was his 3rd title fight. He might have made 2.5 million, 1.5 million. He might have made millions. He might have made million. He might have made 2 mil, just about 2 mil. Reminds me of high school when you're arguing with someone and some punk starts chanting fight. That's exactly what it was like, was to say, yeah.
there's a handful of guys that always make that kind of money. When you look at the UFC, the money is spread.
Yeah, I think DDP would have made 2.5 million for his Chimaev fight. So when Dana goes, he made millions of dollars, it's like a Larry or Carpathian millions. You know what I mean? It's like, well, technically, he did make millions.
Across the entire group of guys. You eat what you kill. I mean, if you are a huge star like Conor McGregor, Ronda Rousey, many people have proven that they could sell pay-per-views, and you eat what you kill here. We also have guys that would be considered journeymen in boxing who make millions of dollars. So the whole
This answer that he always gives, I've heard him give this answer before.
Would be considered journeymen in
What's up,
boxing
Nelson?
who make millions of dollars. So
What journeymen have made millions of dollars? Cub Swanson? Do you reckon Cub Swanson's made millions of dollars? Jim Miller? Do you reckon Jim Miller's made millions of dollars? You reckon Kevin Holland is the one he's talking about? Money is spread out, getting 10 to 15 to show and 10 to 15 to win. I know, Eric. It's like 6-figure contract from Tough. Yeah, 100K spread over 10. I know. RDA. But RDA's a champ. RDA's a former champion. The money is spread out, getting 10 to 15 to show and 10 to 15 to win. I know. It wasn't 6 million. It was way... Very good. I'm such an anti-semantic extreme. You are a fucking semantic extreme. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Jim Miller, Cub Swanson, Kevin Holland, these are the journeymen he's talking about. And they've probably pulled in like 2.5 million, 3 million. Most of those guys who've been around and making 200K per fight at this point. Yeah, RDA is absolutely not a journey. I know, that's what I said, not RDA. Yeah, fighting for so long, you have to have, yeah. He's mentioned Jim Miller. Right, so he has mentioned Jim Miller. There you go. You're very armed. Like, that's good. This is, all right, email Nelson. This is an MMA stream, brother. It's an MMA stream. We're all upset. We're all angry. But this is where people come to get away from the politics of the day. RDA beat the absolute hell out of Prime Pettis. I know, RDA's not it. I know. I was bragging how much money Kevin Holland makes in another video. Okay, so Kevin Holland, Jim Miller, Cup Swanson, these guys. Whitaker is a journeyman that's made... Shut the fuck up, Whitaker! That's one of the best fighters of all fucking time! Andrei Arlovsky was making close to $500,000 a fight, unranking heavyweights. Andrei Arlovsky is a former champion. Nate Diaz is a top 5 fighter, but yeah, you could call him a journeyman, yeah. Millions making exactly $2 million after 2. Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying, Eric. Yeah. I'm talking about RDA personally, the journeyman days of RDA. Fair enough.
So the whole fighter pay thing is completely not true. And what I want to do is,
I like
obviously
RDA.
I'm doing this Canelo
like
Crawford
RDA's...
fight, and I don't think anybody's questioning what these two are going to get paid.
Well, I am, because it's not on record. What's the base purse for Canelo?
Well, imagine what it would take to get Canelo to fight Crawford and have a guy move up weight classes when he's undefeated.
I've heard 100 million.
Probably.
But no one in the UFC's ever made that as a base purse.
This is such a sick question she asked him. Check this one out.
And in the UFC's ever made that as a base purse.
Conor McGregor?
100 million, but that was against Floyd in a boxing match. Okay.
has ever made 100 million. Conor McGregor in a boxing match. Dude, Dana fucking hates the boxing media. Dana fucking hates them. She fucking cooked him, man.
But no one in the UFC's ever made that as a base purse.
Conor McGregor?
100 million, but that was against Floyd in a boxing match. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Look at his face drop. His face fucking drops. Conor McGregor in a boxing match. Yeah, well. I fucking love this fucking look. I thought Conor's base was 50 million, 100 million, 100 million each. Dana nearly gave him the wife treatment. Listen here, woman. You're lucky we're not in fucking Mexico right now. In a boxing match that Dana stole half the money from. Dana's pimping. It's so good not to see a journalist not suck Dana's nuts. I know, dude. Bro standing there like a roasted peanut. Look at him. The way he looks down and I know it goes from this. Conor McGregor? Look at the fucking grin on him. Bitch, Conor McGregor made 100 million in boxing. Yeah, in boxing. Yeah, yeah. In fucking boxing. He's like, I want to fucking hit you so fucking hard. Make this a video, put Canelo Crawford, Dana McGregor in the title and thumbnail, get the boxing subs. Boxing videos go huge. I should. Dana looks like the kid that just got lying to his mum. I know. I just Googled it. Right, Floyd was guaranteed the 100 million. Conor was granted 30. Oh, there you go. So Conor didn't even make the 100. There you go. God, Dana going into boxing has unleashed new hilarious moments of him dealing with the media. He's so naive. He thought he was just going to just be John Morgan's and Brett Okamoto's. I know, dude. He's so fucking used to having the MMA media suck him off. He's not like this chick asked him 3 questions. 3 questions. And she turned him from good old classic Dana White into I want to fucking hit you so hard right now. In 3 fucking questions, she's torn him a new one. One day when we have Dougie's Corner fight card, who should I fight? Ooh. You versus Light MMA. Light MMA is a young up-and-comer. Dougie, it's worth going back to your last stream to see a reaction to Tim coming out as a black extremist. Yeah, sure, Chris. Go for it. You're lucky we're not in fucking holiday in Mexico right now. Yep. Speaking of John Morgan, doesn't he look like a human tortoise? He does. But how does that make you feel? It says it's estimated Floyd made 280 million and Conor made 130 million. But the base guarantee was 100 mil and 30 mil. Right, there we go. So with pay-per-view, Conor walked away. But then out of that 130 million, Dana would have taken a cut as his manager. So Conor might have walked away with 100 mil. Who knows?
Crawford, what's he getting?
Who?
Crawford.
I don't know. I actually don't even know. So
bullshit. Bullshit. Imagine I don't know what I'm paying Terrence Crawford.
So that deal was cut with Sheikh Turkey in Saudi Arabia.
Good on her. Good on her, man. Good fucking on her. All right. 2 hours. There we go. Picks are done. Larry and I have come to an agreement on the Tapology group. MMA Joey's a fucking cunt. Lazy 20-minute stream. Eat a dick. Eat a dick. Eat a dick. What was and what did everyone on the 300 make combine? True. Yeah, boy. I missed most of it. Well, I'm sorry, Eric, but it's going to be up, so you can go back and listen to it, brother. But it's been a good stream. 315. UFC took 50% of Conor's pay from that fight. He walked away with 50 million. There you go. So Conor didn't even make 100 million. UFC made 50 million. All right, boys. Thank you so much for being with me today on the stream. I needed the pick me up today. You guys are great. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in a stream tomorrow. You should build a fight card with us as the fighter. Sure, that'd be a good one, Justin Kennedy. We can do that for a live stream. That'd be a good one. Streaming later for BKFC. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll stream tomorrow. The boxing community seems super weird. They are different to us. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'll stream tomorrow for the BKFC card. Why not? I like BKFC. I'll sit down tomorrow. We'll do a watch along if it works out. I'll see you guys then. Be known as a stream of Dougie betraying. This will be known as a stream of Dougie betraying. It wasn't. We're just tweaking. We're just tweaking things. And we've tweaked it. So now we don't need to change it. Co-main to the Conor versus Mendes card sold over 800. The co-main to the Conor versus Mendes card that sold over. Chris, you've just said a sentence. They all know the current structure where it makes the fight so it should happen. Usually don't happen, but they don't want the outside to change. They all know the current structure is what makes it so the fights shouldn't happen. Usually don't happen, but they don't want an outsider changing things. Feel like they'd be okay with it with coming from the inside. Yeah, it's because it's Dana White. Dana White's been so antagonistic towards boxing for so long. They don't want Dana White sticking his dick in boxing's business. But Dana White's going to stick his dick in boxing. He's going to really Eric his way into boxing. It's going to be great. Dougie gave Leonardo the... I didn't. We just fixed the problems that we were having with the group. We just worked through it as reasonable adults. And didn't have a little MMA YouTube bitch out session in the chat like so many other channels do. We're just being adults today. It's great. Anyway, I'm going to go and get blackout drunk with my brother to stop me from committing random acts of crime in Grand Theft Auto Online. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a BKFC stream. Dude, stop bullying us so much. Eat a fucking dick. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Reasonable Larry. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll try and catch the BKFC stream. I'll see you guys then. Have a good night, boys. Have a good night in America. Stay safe. Have a good night in Canada. Have a good day in Europe. And have a good Friday Arvo in Australia to the boys from the Bull and in Australia. Have a good Friday, Arvo. Appreciate all of you guys. Justice for Larry. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.